కుదిరితే లేదంటే తర్వాత
వద్దు నాయుడు ఉన్నాడు
జనరేటర్ దగ్గర ఎవరున్నారు?
మేడం నేనే ఉంటాను.
నువ్వే ఉంటావు కదా, చూసుకో ప్రోగ్రామ్ అయ్యేదాకా కరెంట్ ఎక్కడ పోకుండా జనరేటర్ అంటే
రండమ్మా మీరు కూడా.
You want sign in, sir?
Sign into here. ఇంకా రాలేదా? నాయుడు ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు మళ్ళీ పంపుతాం ఆయనతో పన్ను తర్వాత. అదే ఈయన నాయుడు వచ్చాడు, ఈయన నాయుడు బాత్రూమ్కి వచ్చాడు వస్తున్నాడు. సార్ అబ్జర్వ్ సార్, నువ్వు ఇక్కడ చూసుకో సార్. ప్రసాద్ నువ్వు చూసుకోమా సార్. నిన్న ఇచ్చాం కదా సార్, నిన్న పెట్టారు. అబ్బా అది सेटअप वो सेट देना कर देना सर, वो मैं दे दिया सर भूल गए కదా सामने को, तो आप प्रिंट लेके दे दो సార్. నేను పెట్టమంటారా సార్? వాట్సాప్ లో పెట్టారు. హార్డ్ కాపీ సార్, హార్డ్ కాపీ తీసుకోండి సార్. అదే సార్ నేను మీరు ఆడ ప్రింట్ అవుట్ తీసుకోండి సార్. పెట్టాము లైవ్. ఓకే సార్, లైవ్ పంపిట్లే
నెంబర్ చేశాను.
లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ చాలా ఉంటాయి. యూనిఫామ్ వచ్చిందంటే అవుతుంది.
Himanshu sir, can you hear me?
సార్ కవర్స్ లేకపోతే స్టార్ట్ కాలేదంట.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
We are visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Everything is fine, sir. Here. So if in case any problem, sir, you can come here. If power goes off, so you can come here, IQSSL. So you can continue the session, sir. Okay. In case power went. Hello. So I'm muting myself, sir, now.
Okay, sir.
Muted, sir.
हेलो हेलो
काय पाहिजे?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Sir, my voice is audible, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, Shalini, madam.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर माय वॉइस इज ऑडिबल
Yes, madam.
ओके सर ओके
Good morning, Mahindra, sir. Mahindra, sir, not. Mahindra, sir, kindly unmute.
Unmute.
Yeah, good morning, Mahindra sir.
Good morning, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, good morning, Mahendra sir.
Good morning, good morning.
How many members joined, sir? What is the Join the second. Yes. What is the number?
Thank you.
You start here, it's already 11, no?
I wait. Instructor is coming.
You told me yesterday 10:50 something you said. What did you say?
5 minutes before.
Okay. How many have registered so far?
400.
No, no, now how many joined? 16.
60.
That's all.
Yes, sir. 10:55. I have given time.
From 400 something to only 16.
YouTube live streaming is also there, sir.
Oh, that's okay, but here 100 should be there, no?
Yeah.
The capacity is 100, no?
I have given time 10:55. 5 minutes
You
before.
should have given 10:45 time. Somebody will have some problem. No? You can't give space shuttle timings.
Yeah, before that, yes.
Okay, fine, I leave it. No problem. हाँ सर बोलिए बोलिए I hope you are taking a photo of this
Yes, sir.
letter for your records. Something they got second position. Cantonment.
Propose Shalini? Hello? Hello? Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Okay. 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 You already said yesterday. Dollar only. We renewal order in PO. Okay. We placing order only in dollars. Okay. Yeah.
Can I start?
Yeah. No, what I'm saying actually, there is no problem. We will support him. Okay. Yeah. No, I know. There is no problem. What you want that I will give. He will want that he is curious. Okay, there is no problem. No? Okay. So he should understand actually what is the requirement of online and others. Okay, you cannot treat with the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Am I audible? Shalini, madam. Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mahindra, sir. So we will start, sir. A very good morning and warm welcome to all the participants of National Webinar Information Sources and Services in Engineering and Technology, Recent Trends and Development. I'm Dr. Himanshu Sharma, Dean, Information and Library Services. First of all, I appreciate your interest in exploring the opportunities in this COVID pandemic period by joining online webinar organized by our institute, JB Institute of Engineering and Technology. It is one of the top 10 most preferred institutions in Telangana. I welcome our dynamic principal, Dr. S. Sudhakar Reddy, and CEO, Sir, retired Major General Dr. S.S. Desaka Garu, awardee of Sena Medal and Vishes Seva Medal. I also welcome deans, HODs, and library professionals present here. It's my privilege to heartily welcome our invited guest speakers. I welcome Professor C.R. Karisidappa, Professor Emeritus, Department of Library and Information Science, Karnataka University, Dharwad. Good morning, sir. Dr. Mahendra N. Jadhav, Librarian, IIT Madras. Good morning, sir. Dr. Shalini Lihitkar, Associate Professor, Department of Library and Information Science, RTM Nagpur University. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Now I invite our principal, Dr. S. Sudhakar Reddy, to address the participants.
Respected CEO of our group, Dr. Major General Desaka, heads of the departments, deans, the convener of this program, Dr. Himanshu Sharma, and librarian, Dr. Suresh, my dear faculty members, honorable resource persons of this today's meeting, and all the participants. Good morning to all of you. First of all, I thank our management for giving the necessary support for organizing this national webinar on information sources and services in engineering and technology, recent trends and development. At the same time, I thank the efforts made by Dean Library, Dr. Himanshu Sharma, and librarian, Dr. Suresh Babu, for coordinating with the research persons, particularly with C.R. Karisidappa, Dr. Mahendra Jadhav, and Shalini Lihitkar, for arranging this program. We feel that this is the relevant program, particularly in the Corona pandemic period. The importance of online education has been released and stated both for faculty as well as the students. At the same time, during the last 6 months, we have seen all the faculty and students depends upon the e-resources. Therefore, the utilization of library and the services in this high-end technological period, how to get this information. A lot of information is available in the books, physical form, as well as in the e-resources or web form. Therefore, the faculty and the students has to dig the information to get that relevant information. What are the sources available? So in this aspect, with this aim or objective, the program has been started. I hope all the participants will get benefited by the experts lectures by Karisidappa and Mahendra Jadhav and Shalini Madam. Same time, we should pay homage to the father of library science, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, who contributed for the development of the library in a proper format. Therefore, this program may give a chance because the faculty members. Similarly, the innovation and innovative ideas has to be generated. Therefore, the reading habit has to be improved both for faculty as well as the students. Of course, the lot of information is available by Google, etc. But source of information like all other material like Coursera, NPTEL, MOOC courses, etc. A certain sort of awareness is required for the current generation of the faculty. I hope definitely this program will create an interest, at the same time explore various possible sources of information. I thank once again all the participants who are having faith on this program and joined, and I wish this program will be a grand success. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite our CEO, retired Major General Dr. S.S. Dasaka Garu, to address the participants.
Okay, fine. Good morning and namaste to all of you. My warm greetings to Professor Karisiddappa, Dr. Mahendra Jadhav, Dr. Shalini Lihitkar, who have kindly consented to share their valuable thoughts with these webinar participants. I compliment and congratulate the Principal, Dean Information and Library Services of our college, and also the librarians of our group colleges, who all have taken a lot of efforts in organizing this webinar. My special welcome to all the participants. I think a very apt topic has been chosen in today's times of corona pandemic. We all know the terrible impact of the corona pandemic on all, especially in the academic field. We know the impact what it has caused on the students of colleges and the universities. Now, all over the world, as you realize, this corona has brought in online learning and e-learning onto the center stage. With this, a new challenge has come. The role of physical services in the libraries have reduced. Obviously, there are no footfalls in the libraries. So therefore, the libraries have moved from service providers to content providers to basically help those who are doing the online teaching. This happened to a very great extent. And you also realize, as the use of online and e-learning increases, the use of physical resources keep on getting reduced. This is a very great challenge. On one hand, whether during corona pandemic or beyond the pandemic, we say that the use of online resources, online learning has to increase. If this keeps on increasing on one side, then what happens to the vast amount of physical resources in the form of libraries all over the country and all over the world? I think this is a very great challenge. You are also aware that as per UGC guidelines, I think 20% or 25% of the content has to be online, even after corona. Therefore, making the online and e-learning more efficient and more effective is a challenge for the teachers. And in this, what is the role of the library services to help them making it more efficient and more effective is what is required. I'm sure in the next 2.5 to 3 hours, the topics which will be covered by 3 learned speakers about this will be covered in great detail. For a moment, if you look at a bigger picture, what's happening in the country and all over the world is, on the supply side is the content and the content providers, on the delivery side is the student and the recipient, and in between is the medium or the process. So the biggest challenge today in online learning, like any government schemes, is the last mile and the last student connectivity. Does he have a gadget? Does he have connectivity? Does he have the data? Does he have the affordability? These are the challenges. So in the whole big picture, the library services, of course, are on one side of the supply side. Whatever will be discussed till afternoon today, I'm sure the people will come out with some solutions. At the end, I wish the webinar all the very best. I'm sure all of us will go wiser at the end of this webinar. Once again, thank you all and wishing the webinar all the very best. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech. Now I invite Dr. Karsidappa, sir. Sir, I'm audible to you, please.
Yeah, he's there. Talk.
Sir, please unmute.
Yes. Am I visible to you?
No, sir, your voice
No,
is
sir, no.
audible but not big.
I
Not
don't know how
visible,
it
sir.
happened.
So switch on video, sir. Actually.
Sir, please enable video, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yes,
Am
sir.
I able?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Am I
your
visible?
voice is less.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay now?
Sir, your voice is little bit less, sir.
Where I have to improve it?
Please.
I am all right with me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I? Shall I start?
Yes, sir. Before that, I want to brief about the participants, your biodata, sir. Just for 2 minutes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. So, Professor C.R. Karsidappa is a retired professor of Department of Library and Information Science, Karnataka University, Dharwad. He served as University Librarian, Additional Charge, Dean Faculty of Social Sciences from 2005 to 7, and UGC Emeritus Professor from 2008 to 10. He has been associated with 50 universities of the country and served on several development committees and boards. He was convener of UGC Curriculum Development Committee, Library and Information Science, and completed the task of designing the UGC model LIS curriculum in 2001, which is now implemented in majority of Indian universities. Professor Karsidappa is a prolific writer and he has to his credit over 250 research papers, edited 15 books including 3 translations. Under his guidance, 40 scholars have been awarded PhD degrees. So your achievements are very big, sir. So I have highlighted only few. So now I invite sir to please start your valuable address, keynote address. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Esteemed principal, respected CEO, Dean of the Library and Information Center, and my dear friend, Dr. Suresh Kumar, and my fellow speakers, Dr. Mahendra, Dr. Shalini, and the ever-loving professional brothers and sisters. I feel honored to be with you this afternoon and to share my thoughts with you on the topic specified. It is my pleasure to talk to professional friends now and then and to prompt them to be alert, to be active and proactive in their services. When Dr. Suresh invited me to talk, I was little hesitant to accept for the simple reason I am a 20th century teacher. I am an offline teacher, and I retired from the service way back in 2007. Now things have been improved and drastically improved. I am afraid whether I am going to fit into the present system or not. But for the compulsion of Suresh, I accepted this invitation, and I am thankful to the JB Institute of Engineering and Technology authorities. Friends, last month we have celebrated the Librarians' Day and paid our rich tributes to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, father of library science and library movement in India. That day, all of us invariably committed to our services, committed to follow the footprints of Dr. Ranganathan in providing the satisfactory services to the users by following whatever the principles, laws, and fundamental rules and regulations and methods and procedures he has given to us. Today, we are passing through a very critical days. This threatening pandemic is not only threatening our life, but at the same time, it is providing us a great insight to think of our traditional methods and procedures in tune with the emerging technological marvels. And it is a golden opportunity for us, a new lifestyle for us to learn the things, to adjust with the situation, to cope up with the technology. As you have seen, there are number of professional deliberations going on in the form of webinar all over the country and all over the globe, where the focus is on rethinking, reimaging, repositioning, redrawing, redesigning the library activities in the current situation and coping with the emerging, converging, and cutting-edge technologies. This has given a wonderful opportunity. The present day theme of the webinar is most relevant for the simple reason it has a greater relevance to our day-to-day service. We have been fascinated by the developments in the technology, but we are slowly forgetting our professional ground realities, the philosophy of librarianship. That philosophy of librarianship is entirely based on the 5 laws of library science pronunciated by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Ranganathan's 5 laws And the quintessence of 5 laws is to provide right information to the right reader in a right personal way, in a right time for the right purpose. To provide this in the present day context, what kind of efforts we have to make to interpret the contents of thousands and lakhs and millions of books that we have, or the reading materials that we have in our libraries and the set of libraries around us. So this calls for a kind of a marketing skill and techniques. We have to interpret our contents and see that it is reached to the target audience within a minimum possible time so that he can derive the benefits of the knowledge and information contained in the trillions of books, and he can progress well in his life and he can achieve his targets. That way, librarianship is a salesmanship. Particularly, reference and information services is a sublime salesmanship, according to Ranganathan. And we have to make that statement a reality in every respect these days. So let us understand the philosophy of information services and information sources very, very basically. Then we can move forward with all sorts of courage and boldness. Reference and information services are the summums and bonums of library activities. It is the means through which the knowledge embodied in millions of reading materials, recorded media, both in print and electronic media, is transferred to the target audience or target points. Reference service, in fact, is a personalized service with human approach, humanistic approach. That's what Dr. D.J. Foskett in his book, Science, Humanism and Libraries said, reference and information service is humanism in practice. My dear friends, you have to see such marvelous books written by great people who have analyzed in those days the basic philosophy of information service. To provide the efficient information service, we have to have the profound knowledge of information sources in different forms and formats. Users' needs, what the demand is there from the user. And that demand is more often a fluctuating demand. There was a time where the user used to come with a macro thought in his mind. Today, because of the specializations and interdisciplinary character of growth of subjects, it is very micro and it is very difficult. Interlinking with the proper information source is a big problem. And in addition to all these things, reference librarian or librarian in general has to know the availability and accessibility of the information sources. So this is a most important step in offering the information services effectively and efficiently. Friends, environment of information is changing, is fast changing. Proliferation of information in the form of information explosion, information deluge is hitting on our face. Today we are seeing millions and trillions of media and the recorded materials in different forms and formats are coming to us. And information has become very, very basic, essential, and be all and end all in life. Long back, John Nisbet, in his book Mega Trends, was clearly declared, drowning in information but starving for knowledge. It is just like water, water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Information searching right information for the right purpose in a right time has become such a critical, complex problem. It is like searching a right information is like searching a needle in a haystack. That is the critical thing. But information is very basic necessity. It is as basic as our food, shelter, clothing, transport. We have to, as the custodians of information, as the managers of information, as the organizers and disseminators of information, you have to be very skilled in reaching the information to the target audience. Generally, the information sources are divided into three categories: primary information sources, secondary information sources, and tertiary information sources. Primary information sources are the product of research, the direct research output, which has developed through the investigation, through the experimentation, through the consolidation of observation, interaction, case studies, etc., etc. These are the recorded events, and this is embodied in the form of articles in a journal, in the form of a technical project report, in the form of conference proceedings, in the form of dissertations and theses for the purpose of getting an award or a recognition or a kind of a reward or a degree, and then patents, standards, technical reports, working papers, research monographs, autobiographies, manuscripts, correspondence, speeches, policy documents, etc., etc., are coming under the category of primary sources. They are very important, very reliable, very useful and sought after sources of information. They are coming in huge number these days in print media and also in electronic media. Countless number of things are coming. In order to control and take a proper organization of such information that is embodied in primary sources, secondary sources of information are compiled. And those are the guides to the primary sources of information, which are otherwise called bibliographies, catalogs, indexes, abstracts, then review, databases, annual reports, annual reviews, trend reports, state-of-the-art reports, then bibliographies on specific subjects, in specific language, in a particular country also, book reviews, encyclopedias of all varieties, and then the dictionaries of all varieties, handbooks, manuals, yearbooks, and the thesaurus type of things, directories, geographical information sources, and biographical information sources. And these are the various different categories of secondary sources to have a proper control over the primary sources of information. This is the source through which we can find the books, the articles, the patents, or the any kind of information quickly and easily. Enormous amount of money, time has been invested by the organizations, by the scientists, by the publishers, by the information vendors all over the world to compile these things constantly and continuously and enrich the secondary sources literature. We have union catalogs where the journals available not only in your library, in many other related libraries are properly indexed and the details are given. INDECAT or the WorldCat, OPAC of our respective libraries, or the libraries of various national national libraries of various countries like Library of Congress, British Library, European libraries, National Library of Australia. So like that we have several institutions catalogs. Our IITs in India have got a wonderfully compiled catalogs of their own and available both in the physical media and also on online media. ICERS and MIT and other universities like Cambridge, Oxford have their catalogs where we can see the books that are available and other reading materials that are available. Major publishers also have their own well-compiled catalogs to show what kind of publications they have brought and how recent they are and how authentic they are. So these things can be taken from the catalogs and bibliographies. Now online bookshops are there, which are wonderfully helping in having a quick access to any reading material that one likes or one wants. And our great friend, Dr. Jadhav, is a versatile genius in the modern trends in information sources and services, because he is heading such a premier institution, which is a model in the country as far as library and library services are concerned. You are very fortunate to have Dr. Jadhav and Dr. Shalini to talk on the various other aspects of the theme. And they are the most sought after experts in the country, and I am seeing them always on one or the other webinars talking so systematically, so with a lot of coverage and of the content, and I am very happy with them, and you are all fortunate to hear to them in a very systematic way as far as the latest trends in this are concerned. I don't want to spend my time in talking about each and every source and its coverage and its importance and its usage and all that, because it is dealt with Dr. Jadhav. And the online book shops are very, very popular these days. And we have like a Flipkart or Amazon.com or Barnes and Noble online bookstores, Google Books, all quickly. In addition to that, there are professional associations and societies and universities who are bringing out their own publications in every form and helping us through their digital libraries. And commercial publishers like Science Direct, Springer Link, Whaley, Taylor and Francis, and many other publishers are helping in providing us the details of the books published instantaneously. There are open sources which are widely made available. They are sponsored both by the commercial sector as well also public sectors and institutions. And these are having a lot of impact on library and information services. Our information services have become more effective, sharp-edged because of such a well-designed, well-consolidated information embodied in that. For example, directory of open access journals, directory of open access books are worth referring, and through which one librarian can serve the requirements of hundreds and thousands of users from his own workstation. There are bibliographies specially compiled to provide us not only the bibliographical details of author and other things, but also the full text of it. So such bibliographies are available online. That is, they show the Ganga of our own national network system, and then the INDICAT, and then many other such full text databases are also available to us these days. International sources are also very popular. Ethos is one such electronic thesis online service by the British Library UK, is a wonderful product. And our own National Digital Library theses and dissertations is a very popular organization which provides us the theses and dissertations. Thereby, a researcher, a student at the postgraduate level, or those who are having projects and programs in different ways can have the access to the required information, pertinent information, what they wanted to do, what has been done, and what else he can do. So this kind of insight he can get by getting these services and from these things. Even to have a current information on the spot, instantaneous, without any time waste, we can have such services like table of content service, alert services, and the services given by IEEE journals, ACM journals, and Science Director, Springer Link. See, these are very, very important. There are article alert services, then conference alert services, which are very important. And then email forums are very popular these days to have an access, instant access to the information, irrespective of the distance, irrespective of the subject. And there are professional and research development organization sites, which gives a lot of information, current information. Blogs are there these days, where publisher websites are there, and even the research newsletters are available both in print media and online media, where we can have an access to them. Apart from this, we have plenty of social network sites, which gives the current information very quickly and to the satisfactory level of the user. So if librarian is having all such sources at his fingertips, he can be immediately serve the users, whether the user is present in his presence in the library or located somewhere in the virtual class or in his own mobile system or in his own house enjoying the facility there. So he can do that. And today the users are so fortunate, so much blessed that the technology enabled and the expertise that is available is consolidated, put together, and open courseware are prepared. And these are prepared by very noted universities like Harvard University, Michigan University, and then Johns Hopkins University, Carnegie Mellon University, and there are hundreds of them now, hundreds of such open courseware where ready-made material for the purpose of particular syllabus, particular course on a particular subject of any extensive nature or intensive nature. This way, student need not only depend on the class lecture or a particular set of lectures in that subject, but he can be supplemented and complemented by the online sources that are available. If librarian is wise enough to get them connected, that is going to be a great ignition point in the life of a library to enthrall the community of users as far as making the information available at a particular time when they need it. So this kind of gimmick, this kind of chamatkar is needed by a librarian today as far as information sources and services are concerned. You have to be very, very specialized and you have to give greater attention to our own resources. There is a wonderful open courseware designed specially for engineering technology, that is National Program of Technology Enabled Learning, NPTEL. There you can get the set of experts sitting together and preparing the course and the lectures, the videos. What a wonderful products you are getting. If that is linked to our students, how happy they will be. So you have to master it and see that is totally, that is available, is exploited. Then only whatever you have invested will be rewarded in one way or the other. So eGnan Kosh of IGNOU or NCERT or EPG Pathshala or the products and services of CEC. UGC has a wonderful program headed by Dr. Govardhan Mehta, an outstanding researcher of the country and illustrious scientist of the world. He is heading that CEC, Consortia for Educational Communication, where you get plenty of things where our students, researchers, teaching faculty, or the research community at large be exposed. And Government of India, particularly UGC MHRD, has sponsored some 24/7 channels like VAS, like Ekalavya. So these are going to help in many ways to give proper input to our students' community and make them genius, make them versatile, make them to have a broader understanding of the subject which they are studying or pursuing. Apart from this, there are so many web resources, web portals, subject gateways, consortia, and many other things which are available, which will be dealt more in detail by Dr. Jadhav. So these are the secondary sources at one side, and tertiary sources are guide to the primary and secondary sources. The huge development or compilation or publishing of these primary sources and secondary sources made it very complicated. In order to trace them quickly, trace them to the relevant purpose without any waste of time, loss of time, tertiary sources are the guides to the primary and secondary sources. You may be aware when you were learning the basics of library science in your trade schools, there we used to introduce you Winchell's Guide to Reference Sources, Walford Guide to Reference Sources, or Shee's Guide to Reference Sources. These are the bibliographies of bibliographies, where you can get not only the information about the primary sources, even the secondary sources also. So any search for information, whether it is for a project work, whether it is for writing a paper, or whether it is preparing for some conference or seminars, or whether for delivering a special lecture, search should start from tertiary and reach at primary. So then only you will be having a very panoramic information lot for the purpose, very specific purpose of the required required by the user. So this way, subject guides and guide to information sources in engineering, guide to information sources in engineering literature, then guide to information sources in computing and computer science. Like this, in mathematics, in statistics, in many other sections or the subjects of engineering, we get a lot of tertiary sources. This is the world of information sources through which we are rendering our information services. And that service is a POS service that we are rendering. We will be able to collect all that information and presenting to the user at the time of requirement. That is, that's why it is a personalized service. It is a service with human touch. So this is enlarging day by day. Universe of reference and information sources are expanding because knowledge is ever expanding. Knowledge is dynamic, many dimensional, multifolded, and many directional. It is infinite. It is continuum. It is ever expanding. So also information world is expanding. Then the carriers of information, these information sources are also ever expanding. So this calls for keeping a constant touch with the published reference sources or information sources and the sources that are available on the net, online. So librarian has to constantly watch what is happening, what has come, how best I can improve my reference or information service abilities and skills, constant updating with the sources and services. And also he should have that skill of conducting users' needs surveys. Every librarian should have a perfect knowledge of what your users wants. in the users what your undergraduate student, what your PG student, what your student at the research level is expecting, what your research group is expecting, what your teaching faculty is expecting, what is your administration expecting from you. All these needs or wants or desires or demands are to be properly collected, surveyed from time to time, and you should have an awareness of that, list of that, so that you will be able to link that information requirement with the proper information source. And at the same time, you have to have a closer collaboration with the teaching community, research community, even with the students community, in the sense you have to interact with them. You should not treat the users as something not connected to you. They are your own. They are the seekers of the knowledge. You are the provider of the knowledge. There you have to have that point in mind in serving, instead of dictatorial in your attitude that go there, you touch that, you refer that, ask that fellow. You leave this dictatorial attitude. Rather, you should be dedicated. You should be devoted. You should be humble. You should be polite. You should be as polished as possible. With that attitude only, you can provide a sublime salesmanship, that is reference and information services. Apart from collaboration or having collegiality with the teaching staff and understanding much better the students' requirements and their own requirements and the institution requirement, they have to have a program called user education. It is not once in a way you just take the students around the library and it's finished. That is all a mechanical activity of introducing the location of the books and other types of materials and the person who is dealing with that. I think other than that, you are not enabling him to learn the skill of searching. Remember, you are the person was most often one person or supported by one or two persons. At that time, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Something has happened here. That's why I'm going with this only. So,
Yes, sir.
The user education was mechanically done in the earlier stage. That was refreshing the users who are coming fresh to the institution. But actually, it is not an enabling or skill learning kind of thing. It is a kind of mechanical, just a tour, library tour. But here, these days, this user education is coming in the form of information literacy program. You have to use the user, or you have to teach the user how to search the information. You have to empower the user with kind of skills whereby he can emerge as a self-directed learner. There is a proverb in the China that is, if you give a fish to a person, he will be asking it every day. And if you teach him how to fish, he will have it for his life. This way, you being a very little staff, sometimes inadequate staff, you have to pass on that searching skill and make them familiar so that they can learn on their own and serve the search themselves for their own requirements. So this empowering kind of activity in the form of information literacy program has to be conducted not once in a while or twice in a year, frequently, so that they will be very much charged and recharged. So what Ranganathan all the while emphasized was that the librarian should be humble, librarian should be very polite, and he gives an analogy, a beautiful analogy, which was given somewhere in 1940s. He takes the example of Ramayana in Aranyakanda, where Sita and Rama and Lakshmana were in the forest, and Sita once was attracted by a golden deer, and she demanded Rama, I want it. But Rama was very wisely and very sincerely convincing her that it is the play of a demon. They are deceiving us. Don't be attracted by such things. There are many other things I can provide you, but don't ask that. But she was insisting the way in which our modern users are attracted by internet and internet of things. That way, the Sita in those days was attracted, but Rama was helpless. He told her, look here, out of my love, affection, I am reminding you, I am not educating you, think. So like that, in the form of Rama, our reference librarians should always be acting as, or should act as, a guide by the side rather than sage on the stage. He should not be directing the things. He should always go along with them, sit with them, and provide the service. That is the real service. That is the real information service, which is going to make some difference in the minds of the users. Then they believe what kind of potential you have. That's why I am appealing to my librarian friends who are all young and energetic, zooming with the spirit. And I should say they should come out with this professional skill of excellence. Then they can render good services to the users. Invite or seek the help of these vendors, information providers, aggregators, who are always on the toe. That whether it is Thomson or Elsevier or Wiley or any, they're all on their, even Informatics India, they will come and give you a live demonstration of any complex information source that has compiled recently or that has come. And they will demonstrate everything, not only to you, to a set of users that you invite, with all facilities, without charging your institute. Such 4 to 5 in a year you can avail. Thereby, you can show to the other departments that I too have something to give you, something to educate you. So that kind of a personality a librarian should develop. Then only the image of the profession will be there. Otherwise, it will be washed out. And you are seeing the bad days where management is not giving such kind of attention for the library and for the library development. Why? Because we are not that active, that dynamic in rendering our services, by going beyond the boundaries of the library, by making use of the networks that we have, by making use of the friends that we have. So if you make your own efforts in your own way, that effort will certainly bring you an image. I, for one, who always want that, strike the idea in such a way that will ignite the minds of the users. And that striking of idea is much more than falling of an apple to a Newton and eureka, eureka to Archimedes, or first law of library science to Ranganathan. Such a wonderful avenue will be opened if you do such kind of services and that kind of gimmicks or chamatkar in your library. That is why I request you to be very familiar with the Indian sources first. Whatever wonderful information sources are compiled by our organization. NIC, for example, you may say it is not connected to engineering and technology. See, 50% of your requirements are met by NIC, National Informatics Center, and its databases, various databases they have compiled. Just go into it and see how best you can serve your administration, your management, your research team. And InflibNet databases, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many? Vidwan. Recently, National Research is this database that have prepared. Or the Gnana Gangotri, Gnana Ganga, Gnana Sindhu, Gnana Shuddhi. Please have a what is this, each one is, how best you can explore. Imagine crores and crores of money is spent by the InflibNet, by the UGC, and wonderful database world is created. How much of it is used? When you come to the use point, it is showing a very pathetic picture because librarians are not active. Librarians are not aware of it. Librarians have no skill to make use of it. So, friends, you in the engineering and technology college, be alert, be active, be grasping the things and do the best of the best. Look at Jadhav, Dr. Mahendra Jadhav. Look at T.S. Kumbar. Look at that Sutradhar. Look at here in Bombay, how people, our own former director of InflibNet has given such a wonderful personality as IIT librarian. So you are all subsidiary of that, connected to that. So why don't you make use of them to the maximum level to improve your own college library if it is not catering to the requirement? Why don't you have a kind of an understanding? So this kind of understanding with the NICNet, with the DELNet, with the DESIDOC, with the InflibNet, with other kinds of organizations and consortia that are there and institutional repositories. If all these things are utilized from time to time with a strategy, a specific strategy, if you're not following that, here is a big brother, ask big brother Jadhav. He will give you the ways and means and clues and hints to get the information and satisfy your users community. Friends, 2 weeks back, we remembered very fondly Dr. S. Radhakrishnan and celebrated the Teachers' Day. And Radhakrishnan, a teacher par excellence, a great philosopher teacher. And we paid our rich tribute. You should always be thankful to Dr. Radhakrishnan, not as a philosopher, not as a teacher, but for his report, educational report, which was brought out by him when independent India, soon after its independence, assigned him the task of preparing the educational report. And Dr. Radhakrishnan's report signifies the library as the heart of the academic institution. You are all given a kind of a status and recognition with that word. Every one of you use this word profusely without understanding or without being faithful to that. Just get into senses and see how he has glorified the place of library in the university or in an institution. So we have to be very faithful to, loyal to Radhakrishnan. And Radhakrishnan, teacher and philosopher, and has given such a status to us. Remember, I think you can recollect from your past memory what Ranganathan said. Ranganathan said, librarian is teacher's teacher, professor's professor. He was not a fool to make that statement. With all evidence, with all work, with all service, with all inventions and innovations, with all disciplinary development, he has made that statement. Librarian, with his profound knowledge of information sources, what is available where? For which query, which source is to be given? Your each and every fingers are magnetized in such a way that moment query comes, you will go to that source. Whether it is a primary or secondary or tertiary. This is your versatility. This is your greatness. Realize you have a hidden potential in you and you can make use of it for the good services, for the impact-making service. Genuinely, the image of the profession, the status of the profession, what Ranganathan has given us with his major role in the government, the status on par with the teachers should be maintained. See, it is in a threat and many are encroaching our areas because you are silent, you are inactive. Please make yourself, make up your mind and realize and get rejuvenated by the new things that are emerging. Come, sit together, work. I want you to see the champions of change. I want you to see the champions of cause. And it is possible only when you work with the proper understanding of Ranganathan's philosophy, Ranganathan's way of doing things. Then you will be, it is possible to be a champion and to be an identified person. If you go through the 5 laws of library science, the anecdotes Ranganathan given there makes you thrilling. How his assistants, stack assistants, were respected and regarded by the intellectual community, elite community of Madras at the Chipak Maidan, Chipak Beach. Whenever they used to go in the evening hours after office hours, and judges, engineers, teachers, everybody used to come and salute them. Why? Because of the service they have given, because of the books they have given, because of the information they just digged and given to them. That is acknowledged and that is mentioned in Ranganathan's books. Please read Ranganathan's. Ranganathan works are not old, outmoded, obsolete. They are gold. They are ever shining, and they are giving you everlasting guidance to be the right professional in the right time. And that too at this critical hour of pandemic, a very threatening pandemic, you can create a new world of librarianship, and you can impress upon the community of users in a better way. Friends, don't be carried away by the words, what librarian is knowing. Is he knowing everything? A kind of a silly questions are asked, and very, very ordinarily we are talked about. But remember, librarian is one person who can just know how to find everything. How to find everything. It is his capacity. Prove it, show it, and get your status back and you get your status elevated. I am foreseeing the day where you can shine much better than anybody and gain the importance in this society. With these words, I am very happy to be associated with this webinar. I may be a little emotional when I come to the point of service, point of scholars talking about the library and librarians. I feel because I, as a teacher and a librarian both, has served the community in all possible ways and earned my own status, my own recognition in the country. That's why my friend should also be up to date, be skilled, and be on the best users of the technology, blessed blenders of the tradition and technology, and they can have their own identity in the society. With these words, I thank the organizers, Dr. Suresh, Babu, and the authorities of JB Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad, and all of you who have listened to my very harsh voice with all patience, with rapt attention, and to my fellow distinguished speakers. And thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your wonderful speech. You enlighten us, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
With your experiences, with your knowledge, we are very grateful to you, sir, that you accepted our invitation. Thank
This
you,
is my
sir.
professional commitment, you know.
So
Thank
next, I will invite Dr. Mahendra N. Jadhav. So before that, I want to brief his profile. Presently, he is working as librarian, Central Library, IIT Madras. Dr. Jadhav has completed his academic and professional qualification, MSc, MLISc, UGC NET and PhD from Marathwada University, Aurangabad and Shivaji University, Kolhapur from Maharashtra. Dr. Yadav has more than 25 years working experience as library professionals in various organizations like Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, Dehradun, Directorate of Weed Science Research, Jabalpur, IIT Bombay, and presently working at IIT Madras. So his also achievements are very big. So without taking much time, I would like to invite to for the keynote address. Jadhav sir, please sir.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes sir. Good morning sir. You are audible sir.
Yeah, I will just share my screen.
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes sir.
Good morning, and I sincere thanks to Dr. S. Sudhakar Reddy, Principal, Dr. Himanshu Sharma, Dean Library and Convener of the webinar, Professor Dasaka, his CEO JBIT, and also thanks to Dr. M. Suraj Babu, Librarian, JBIT and Director of the webinar, and organizing committee members. It is my great pleasure to share with this dais with renowned speaker and personality Professor Karshidappa, Karnataka University, and Dr. Shalini Lihitkar, Associate Professor from Nagpur University. When you're talking about this technology, sometimes maybe content maybe overlap. And Dr. Karshidappa given very wonderful lecture, and he covered from, you can say, from starting to now this latest technology. So maybe some content may be overlap, so that may happen sometime. So now I will just start this. When you means talking about technology had played a major role for development of libraries, and we facing the challenges. Challenges and see changes due to impact of ICT, changing pattern needs, changing information environment, web, Google, social media that are trying to replace the reference librarian. When the now you just might be realized during this pandemic time how many virtual conferences, virtual event happen. So that really we now means we see that, and print to pixel, that made everything everybody wanted e, and a catalog early to now catalog to discovery and search engines. See, these are the major changes, and most of the budget going from print to e. So that is one again concern is there. So you see, when I 1.0 like library web to 1.0 and library, so directly the impact of the industry and the web industry and web 1.0 reflect on the library and information science. When you see before 1990, there is PC era. There were 286, 386 machine was there, MS DOS, Gopher, SQL, HTML, Mac, Windows, serious access. That was actually early, it was there. When Web 1.20 come 1990 to 2000, there was a World Wide Web initiative came, HTTP, HTML, websites, keyword search, and directory some was kind of portals, OPAC. But later on, actually Web 1.20, when it was means that time there was a 2000 to 2010, that was really semantic word started that, wikis, blogs, RSS, RDF, social media sharings, Office 2.0, open source software, ePrint, DSpace, and GSDL, interactive and YouTube, etc. So these were technology come around this Web 2.0 period. And really now we just have, like you can say, now we just moving through to 2010 to 2020, web 2. Web 3.0. So this basically web-based, means everything was coming web-based operating systems, web-based cloud computing, distributed search, semantic databases, collaborative cloud computing, intelligent personal agent like artificial intelligence, machine learning, VR, AR, 4G discovery-based service. These are all these things means now we just presently having era. And later on now we just see 4.0 is now just started this year. So you just see that now 5G network is coming to India. So we do not know what will happen in future of maybe when 5G network, because major concern is there when network is there, communication is there. So library definitely is going to impact on the libraries, because many publishers they will change their models. Maybe you will get information very fast. There may be many information daily, where you can say more than terabyte information generated. How you can means manage that? So these are all these things will be considered, and how means the technology will help to control that. So that maybe we have to see in like coming this live web 4.0 on the library developments. See, implementation of the technology, it is very difficult to implement for small libraries due to the scarcity of budget. And no any library in the world actually use the everything and use the means. These are the means based on your user requirement, how your user is there, how your means needs of your means college or maybe university. Many organizations spend on only infrastructure to attract the users, but do not develop the library. So these are the real scenario. Means when I see many university, many big universities are in the India, so they just want to develop their infrastructure to attract the users for admission. But when you see the library, because the library that much resources they're not having. So and they it means really want to compete with other IITs or like that means ranking system, but they do not have that much resources. Because with the
Sorry,
resources,
sir.
when
Sorry
you have
to
resources,
disturb.
yeah,
Sir,
yeah.
your voice is less, sir. Like participants are messaging in chat box. Like
Okay.
it's little bit.
Now okay.
Now,
Yeah,
okay,
now
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, some have the budget but do not know how to spend that. So many libraries they have budget or organization, but where to spend, how to spend that they do not have that much idea. And technology should be used based on the user requirement. You cannot means like spend on only technology, but that should be used. If you buy something or purchase something, if not useful, then there is no meaning on that. You should be utilized. And by adopting technology, we can provide additional as well as modern services, like Dr. Kashyap told that from when the reference library, the person to person, that how it means attract that actually, that the personal touch is there, but even though technology is there, you may not personally touch, but you can have through email, you can communicate, you can just request him what you want, that you should know his profile. Then definitely technology will help in future to means provide the services to the users, and also it will save the time of the patrons as well as the staff. And human threads, many librarians or many organizations, they thought that if you just use technology, so maybe they may cut the job, people may not get the job. But really means, as per my opinion, if the technology is there, you require the trained people. You have to change yourself, and you just acquainted with the technology, then you can use that, how to use that technology and how to provide better services. That you have to see, that means you not simply see that it will threat your job. If you do not compatible, means you do not develop your competency, then definitely it may be something probably happen that. See, these are the technology, you can say, means emerging trends and technologies. So we cannot implement everything. Basic technology, as per my opinion, that should be there. If your college, university, library automation should be there. Your web OPEX should be there. Your barcode or QR code, something to search and all issue books, that should be essential. Library website is a mirror of your organizations, what library having, what user want. That you have to means everything, each and everything you should be like whatever means in your physically available, that should be means given on your library website. That is like mirror of your organizations. And remote access, nowadays we seen in pandemic, during pandemic, many organizations they are not able to provide services because they do not have the technology, or do not have the facility. And communication, these are the, like you can say, communication technology there, how to communicate, how to means like network, email, all these things. That all these are my basic technology that should be have the means basic library. This minimum technology should be there. And technology optional means if you have money or maybe your organization support that, your management support that, and librarian are means very interested and you have more users, less staff, then you can use technology to simplify your services. Like RFID is there, you can use for the, you can say stock revision, issue return books, artificial intelligence. These are the one new services there, augmented virtual reality, cloud computing, robotics, IoT. These are the cloud computing. Basically, your multi campus like JBIT, have JBIT. They have 5-6 campus. If they go on cloud computing one server, there that will be they all the college will be our central databases. So they do not have to maintain 4 campus, 4 softwares, 4 library, 4 means databases. So if they go for cloud computing, definitely that means web-based services in one place. They have 5 to 6 colleges in one place catalog. Everywhere it will be there like that. Suppose that is optional. If they want, they can go with that. Okay. Like discovery services also there. Many these are the not easy. This is actually almost 10 to 15 lakh cost. So many libraries do not offer that. So these also you can say this is not, you can say compulsory. Your OPEC is sufficient, that this is not means you can say that much essential. And digitization, when there are the means actually if you want to digitize something, this is own material. So that also up to you, means what you want, that based on that you can decide. Okay. And tools need to base. See, these are the actual tools that means really plagiarism tools is there. You have research scholars, your means research is going on, your R&D organizations, your university having more innovations. Definitely you should have that, because like UGC also made compulsory that your research or maybe publication should be checked in the plagiarism. If you want to publish in quality journals, that time definitely publisher will check your authenticate or your plagiarism check, and they will see quality. It should not be overlap or be not copied from somebody. It is not means plagiarized. That software definitely it will help you. Grammarly writing tools, these are the definitely means when your research scholars or maybe you want to quality writing, like technical writing is there. In that case, sometimes library may not help the student, but these are the software tools definitely help student to improve their writing. Reference manager, definitely this also, maybe this you can go for commercial or maybe like that. There are many softwares freely available, Zotero, like these are the mainly desktop is also there. That also librarian should actually improve, means promote that, and he can actually promote that to all research scholars should install that, or Zotero also can install, and these are all these things. Maybe need based, that also it should be available. And technology should be there based on professional competencies. See, you have everything, but your librarian do not know how to use that. He do not know how to use that, how to utilize that, how to teach your users. Like Dr. Karshitapa told that librarian should know each and everything. How to, he's a teacher of teacher, he's a professor of professor. He should know first, then only he can teach to others. So that CAS service, if you want to provide your users what they want, what is their interest, definitely reference what you want to reference service. Definitely, then you want that actually all these things based on your competency. If librarian know that, then he definitely, these are the technology he can use. There are free services. There are many free chatbot, all. There are many services he can use, references there, ask librarian. So in library website, he can just put that. There are chat there. He can just put that. He can also online. Social media, there are many means of WhatsApp or other Facebook and all. You can create your library, Google site also there. So these are the things you can use based on your competency. How you can library, how you can promote your library, how you can means promote your resources to the users. Through these social media, that is possible. Institutional repository like DSpace, Greenstone, all these are ePrint, these are the open source softwares. Like open source software, how you can use that, how you can means utilize that, how you can promote your publications, how you can showcase your faculty publications if you do that. So these are the based on the means things are there. Librarian can promote that. Data mining, these are the nowadays scientometric, bibliometric, altmetric. So these are the metrics nowadays. Everybody talking that. Why they are the now talking that? It was also from Ranganathan times. Bibliometry was the Ranganathan, that time it is coming, but there was not that much, you can say, people was only writing papers. But when we are on the competency word, these are we competing each other with the academic excellence. Like there are the NRFO ranking, there QS ranking, world ranking are there, because you want to compete each other based on your competency. How much your quality publication, how much your organizations have patent, how much your faculty have publications, what you doing innovation, how your teaching and learning is there. So basically, these are the things are there. Librarian nowadays are playing major important role on that. So not only he is physical library seeing that, but he also playing very important role, because he is also liaison officer for like NIRF, like a ranking for database, all these things, because he knows all users data. He knows what users are studying, what they have. So basically remote access, these are the commercial softwares if you want to reach that, and outreach is there. Because you should not nowadays, these are the online age, digital age, you are in digital age. So you should not see that actually users should come to you. How you can reach to the users? You can have outreach program. You should have this online program. You can reach their needs based. You can go to visit their lab. If they're not coming, you go to department. You have some orientation there. You can have technical orientation. You can organize some conference you can say like publishers workshop, or you can say webinars. You can organize and you can outreach your content. What you have that. So these are all these things basically emerging trends and technology based on your experience, based on expertise. You can use that. So resources, these are the resources means print as well as resources based on the organization. So based on your organizations, your curriculum, research on specific demands. These are scholars and consortia. So these are I have not listed all the resources because when you say IIT, we have everything. So instead of listing everything, I just means you can visit my library website. There are almost 20 crore budget I am spending on all resources. To be frank, these are means even though this is not sufficient, each and every library is not fulfilled even though you're spending a lot of money because we cannot subscribe all the resources. Even though we have all IIT consortia, we have all IIT, we have research, reciprocal basis, we just sharing our resources. So that thing we do because each IIT is spending almost 10 to 15 crores, but even though we're not fulfilling. So each and every IIT curriculum is different. They have different faculty, research area is different. Do those do something doing other things. So basically, they depend on your research areas based on your curriculum that you have to subscribe, purchase. These are the resources that you as per use you can use that. So now, when all these things are there, now we can see what is the role of the librarian in the changing environment. So librarian, how librarian should work on that. He should be proactive. So basically nowadays decision making, these are the librarian also play not only he is a housekeeping like earlier was saying, he is a storekeeper or housekeeper of the library, like that it was early people were seeing that because he only looking the print. But nowadays actually he is also involved in decision making. Now like you can say Professor Krishitappa, he was in many committees. Because he was in many committees, he was having like many committees, like many our librarians, they are in INDES, ESS, NDLI, all these are UGC committees. We also having we also contributing and we also giving our feedback. We also sharing our knowledge, what user want, what they want. There are many decision committee. Even though you are in your college also, you are in college also, maybe in many committee. Like you can say publication ethics is there, that in that you should be in that committee. Open access, purchase and resources. Now Dr. Shalin will speak on open access. That open access means where to publish, how to publish, and what are the types of open access. Whether your college are ready to give APC charges. That all these things are you should be also in that decision making. Like IIT Madras, they already have the open access means supporting, like they just providing 25% will come from the project faculty, 25% money will come from like grant, for alumni grant, 25 will come from department fund, and 25 will give suppose the journals, and they put the condition that your journals article should be published more than 3 impact factor. Then only IIT will support for publishing in open access journals. So like these are decision making, these are the also you are the part of that committee, and definitely means these are the means going to be happen that like assist author means when you are the actually means librarian, how you can assist the authors. Like there you can say publication help in publications, quality journals, literature review. When they are joining your organization, you can give orientation, you search them. Like we do that whenever any faculty every month. Actually, we have one like HOD meeting that they for department. HOD publish how many project or they got for DBT, DST, all project. Okay, as soon as they present their project, this such faculty got the project. As soon as I come from them, I search the literature on that project. And anticipation demand, I never wait from the faculty should ask me. I just search the literature on that project, water material available, water resource available, and I send that to faculty. So these are the also we mean doing that because we have all the faculty profiles. So these are the actually even though when the student they writing their thesis, we just check for writing also, we just help them. They plagiarism check also, we help them. So like these are the training and support we provide time to time base. We just weekly as a 1 hour we given for all research scholars. IIT Madras having 3,700 research scholars on campus. We have 9,500 students and plus 623 faculties permanent And there are like email address professor visiting faculty. There are almost 50, almost 670 faculty we have. So these are this much actually you can say we have staff and all this and you won't believe I am only having 11 professionals. So my staff and the student and we can say ratio library and ratio 1:13,000. My one library professional is serving 13,000 users. So due to technology, because we are not saying we are the very great, because we have technology, we have money, we have funding. So all these things are there, but we are also proactive. So research grant, these are the research grant, many scholars, many projects actually, they just working on that. We also help actually to finding grant where available. There are many like these are the like DST, DBT, or maybe welcome grant, or there are many projects they announce many in around the world. They announce some like Corona, COVID, all these things. There are many grantees come up. So these are all the issue we go through that, and we just provide the literature to the scholars and let them apply. We just giving support them, means whether they apply not apply, that is their outlook. Okay. Research and innovation, these are, you can say IIT Madras is the NIRF ranking top in 5 years. Even the ARIA ranking, ATAL ranking, and ATAL ranking institution and innovation achievements. So IIT Madras from 2 years is the ranking first. Because we innovation and patent, we every year almost we have 100+ patent, we filing the patent, and we help my scholars to search the patent. When they want to any area, core area, they want to work on that, we help them to search in the patents. In that case, actually what happened, we subscribe actually 3 databases like Thomson Innovation is there, Orbit Express is there, Excel Pact is there, because without resources, we cannot help them, because without the resources, but you should know how to use that. So these are actually we helping them. And other thing is that actually data mining. These are the one now recently, actually you can say like 8 to 10 years, these are the everything is data, big data, data science, everybody talking about data science. So really these are the data science, even of the new area is emerging area is there. So librarian, why librarian should be behind that? Because you dealing with data. When you just do accessioning, you purchasing books, that is also your data. When you give a OPEC, that also data. When you are a user there, that also data. When you are subscribing journal, that is your data. How many articles you downloaded, that also data. So you dealing with data, not like data, you have a lot of data. How you can help with the data to your organization, that you ought to see. Academic data, when my NIRF ranking is there, actually every year we work on data. Every year we just providing how many publications published my faculty in the quartile 1 journal, quartile 2 journals, okay, quartile 3 journals, and maybe actually you can say how many journals are indexing Web of Science, how many journals are indexing Scopus, how many journals, how SciMajor ranking. These are the ranking where are there actually, we just seeing that these are the data we collecting, even the research output there, scientometric study we conduct that, bibliometric study conduct that, and even though we do ETD administration, when UGC they already compulsory made that your thesis should be submitted online. So all these things also we support them actually, these are the actually you can data mining, these are the data we support them. And another thing also there availability of resources, these are the whatever we subscribe, purchase, that actually how you can user, how you can promote and you can give the resources to users. For that you want information literacy program, you have to user orientation. So you have to marketing your resources. So these are all these things you have to continually do that. Because this is not like one time job, because every year there is a floating population. Every year new student come, old goes. So these are the actually when population come, these are routine work. You should not say that everybody is the expert in everything, because many faculty I seen when you just doing that all scholars profile. So that time many faculty they do not know what is actually index, Scopus index, what is the ORCID ID. So these are all these things were there, because then we was working on that. We trained many faculty members. They got now that actually, and these are the resources not available with me. I can arrange through ILL, Interlive Loan, Document Delivery Service, repositories like ArcSuite, ChemArcSuite, TechArcSuite, IEEE. All these things are the many resources they are there. You can have, they have preprint servers. That from that you can just retrieve and provide services to your patterns. So these are the changing role of the library in this current era. So definitely when you see that actually you want to do all your things, but how you can do that? Without your competency, you require the skills. You have managerial skill, how you can manage all these things. You should know how to manage that, how to organize that, because when the library's basically job is to acquire, organize, and disseminate the information with the help of resources. when you are the manager, how to acquire that, how to organize that, how to display that. So that skill should be there. When your communication skill, then how to talk politely, like your soft spoken should be there. But you should know that actually how to speak, how to communicate, how to send email, all these things. That should be also there. And customer relationships, you have to maintain relationship customer. These are the many people they treat as a library, as a temple, because these are the like you have to these are the users, you have to they are the actually you can say users. You have to treat them like they are, means whatever they want, you should know their basic each and every information. Then only you can talk about, you can provide services where they want. Evaluation and assessment, because these are the skills you require when I'm spending almost, you can say 19 to 20 crores on every year on my resources subscription. Do you think that actually we only blindly subscribe all these things? We're not seeing that every year, because we every year see the download statistic usage report. Based on the actually we not simply cut the resources, we just average 3 years downloads. We can see because sometimes what happens actually when faculty working on some area, maybe that time maybe some student working on that day, he got PhD, and later on that area somebody not working, and that journals really 8 to 10 lakh rupees journals one we subscribing. When you see 3 years nobody download from that, then definitely we cut that journals. Like that way we just doing assessment. Every we delete the journals, we adding some journals. And soft skill, these are the also required. And technical skill, definitely these are the one of the things you should improve, because you should be technical librarian. Because if you not improve on the technical skill, definitely computer professional, they will enter in your area and they will be, you can say, dominant you. So this is from beginning going on. So you should be learned by default your own. You should not like go programming. You should know application level. Okay, you should know how to operate that, how to use that. So that all my professional colleagues, I just want to tell them, you should know basic technical things that you can operate that. You should. I'm not saying you do programming, but how to work and how to utilize, how to access, how to provide services. Technical thing that you should learn. Okay. So when you just seeing that actually means smart life, does the Internet of Things is there, because we just now you can say Web 4.0 go everywhere. Internet of Things is you're talking that. So now you just talking smart library, like there is smart city, smart library everywhere, like Modi, Digital India. So these are actually the government of India, they have planned, they want to utilize smart library, because you when the smart library, then you cannot talk simply smart library without data, because everything should be data. Then only you can have everything should be on mobile based, because like smart library, if you want to create that, it should be sustainable, measurable, and accessible, achievable. Means when you want to achieve that, that should be accessible. Okay. And that should be reliable. You should not give fake news. There are many fake news coming, like means now there was a recent statement from Parliament, because these all the laborers when the lockdown came, due to fake news, they all means migrant was like actually went to their native place, and there is no data of the migrant means before lockdown, during lockdown, how many migrant means went to their state. That data is not with the government of India, because that was fake news. Many people, they like crowd, they went and it was not possible. And that should be transformational. Okay, when there is smart technology, that should not be, you can see, it should not be one platform. That should always be interoperable. Okay, when there is like you can say one platform today, something using today, because tomorrow technology change, that data or that information should be available, that should be you can migrate that into next generation of the information. So that should be there. Okay. So like IoT devices technology, if you use that actually, then smart services, user centric resources, because when you have to each and every user in your database, you should know what you want. Okay. So that specific, you have to combine resources and what is the demand, that you can see that. Okay. And smart user, smart library stuff, because if you want to achieve that, you should be very smart. So this is a concept of smart library. And I'm saying the smart library is a multi-academic research, cultural and technological activity center to serve the users and fulfill their information needs. And Dr. Kashyap, right now, Dr. Ranganathan Law, he just talked, because that today also it is very relevant that. So these are the we going on digital laws, but even though these are the relevant today, Dr. Ranganathan, they are based on that Crawford and Grauman. So 5 laws have been inspirational to the smart library services today's function. Okay, so libraries service humanity, because we should be very human, because whatever services we have, that should be humanity, that should be the human being. Okay, respect all forms which knowledge is communicated. Okay, it is not only print or any form of knowledge. Okay, like WhatsApp news or anything is okay, Facebook, like means anything that should be, you should respect that actually, and that knowledge, and that should be, you just filter that which is correct, you can just transfer that. Okay, use of technology intelligently to enhance service, because you should not use any technology that should be useful. You should not go any blindly any technology that is not useful to you. So that is then protect free access to knowledge. So definitely this is going to be very impact now, because all the publisher cost is increasing, subscription cost. So many publishers, many countries, they go on open access model. Okay, they're open access publishings. Like you can say yes plan. All these things, many countries, they go on countrywide, they just go on for open access. So these are the, Shalini will cover that. Okay, so these are the things also we have to see, that honor the past and create the futures. So this definitely means we have to honor whatever Ranganathan and all those law, whatever they did, that actually we today also honoring them, we respect them, and we also today we create future. So that thing is a smart diary concept today. And these are the actually, when you just mean, these are some technical terms, because when this is also one of the librarian job, how to acquire actually, when you are just going this, these are the digital era, you should not acquire what the publisher saying that. I mean, these are the actually print and electronic journals, not much difference. When you going, these are the journals and print today, if you just going for subscription, that much different, because ownership only change ownership to license content. Okay, it was print was your, but when you go online, that is access is there, you have license to access that, but you cannot store that. Okay, and perpetual to subscription, these are the, when the some publishers, they allow to perpetual, because even though subscription period, whatever money you paid, that you will get access that. And through consortium also getting something, but in that you may not get access sometime. But if you just bargain that, you may just sign license agreement, you may get the content. And ebooks, definitely there is changes, because ebooks there are changes there. Ebook subscription, copyright. So these are the pick and choose model, package, frontly, data rights management, evidence-based, demand-driven. So these are the business models available nowadays, because ebooks was print, it was single model. Okay, but ebooks now, if you go for to buy or purchase, subscribe, these are the various models, like packages there, because many publishers, Springer, or maybe like you can say some of them, Elgar, like they say you guys buy only package. We will not all pick and choose. Some of them subscription model. Okay, some of them corporate year, means 2019 published book, there is corporate year. Okay. And custom collection, some publishers, they just saying that you can across the collection, like chemistry, physics, mathematics, civil engineering, electrical engineering, from that you can choose 1,000 books or 100 books. Okay, and you can form your custom collection, that will give that to you. Okay, so then pick and choose aggregators. Many publishers, they do not sell as individual, so that book they can sell through aggregators. So these are the things are basically change in ebooks. Now the ebook means this is really, you can say now very, that's why many libraries not going till today as ebooks. And these are the actually one ebook acquisition workflow we made in IIT Madras, because I am having almost 650 faculty, and that is this initiative was paperless library, because everything is now online, and this was only one form. Because when my faculty was placing an indent that they have to type, like you have to fill up the form, it should go HOD, library coordinator, then it should go to library. Okay, but that I simplified. When one student I got that, I just asked him to do this program. And when he did this program, and I made this open source, any library want this program, they can go. These are the link there, they can download that. This is only simple, required simple machine. You do not require any very good servers, only simple Pentium machine required, only Linux is there in PHP. So these actually I made that, because I integrate this one to my LDAP account. So my faculty can simply log in there. When they log in there, and they just simply, they can type here actually only ISBN. So I asked, actually there is one API there, Google API. As soon as my faculty member type their ISBN number, and when you click on fetch data, so automatically all the data of like author, publisher, Euro publication, all water all information with jacket, it display here. Okay, these are the information like display there. So when the faculty only, he has to then click to recommend the book. When he just typing ISBN, he fetching data. When he click on recommend the book, once he click the recommend book, that automatically email will go to his library advisory committee member. And when the email go to him, he will log in and he will approve online. Okay, so he will approve online that, and then after approval, it automatically it will come to my library email box. Okay, so these are the actually my library email box. These are the actually requests there. So these are the, you can see, these are the approve requests, these are deny requests. Okay, so these are the actually, you can, from for 4 years I am using this. And see, these are the faculty, these are the faculty name, these are department, these are the book. these are the author, these are the title, and these are the LSC member I put library book. So these are the procurement. As soon as I approve, this email automatically go to my faculty member that who recommend that book. Your purchase process has been started. So this much simplified I made that actually. I mean, these are the all online. After that, if you want to see how many department, how many indent they given online. So these are, you can see, these are the department wise indent. These are the requests came. These are the how many indent there, how many LSC member not approved. These are the library approved, how many pendings, and even the department wise each and every faculty. Within a 1 minute, I want to suppose I want statistics, I can click on this one, I can get how many department, which faculty, how many book recommended, how many money they spent. So this much I made simplified this one, and all this program I made free because this was I get it done from my student and I made open source in GitHub. This is a source code open available. Anybody college library want that, they can implement that. Okay. So these are the actually when you're going for ebook purchase model, these are the many publishers like this is one aggregator. You can also go there, you can search the books, you can also online. So these are the one login there actually. This is, you can say DDA model, okay, the pattern PDA model, pattern driven model, okay. The pattern they want actually, we see how many they check actually, then we recommend here, and from there you can press order, okay. So these are the actually there, you can just press order and this order will go automatically, and then the publisher will see online what order get from IT Madras. There is no need send to any purchase order or email or something that they can enable access and they can send invoice. These are also implement, okay. And even though after that, when you is buying the all like we buying package like 3,000 book I bought now this during pandemic, almost 4,500 books I purchased during pandemic because we gone for engineering package like the pick and choose model, we got IT. So when I got 4,000 book actually all got, how I enable to my user access within a week time or maybe within a month. If you go manually adding one by one, that may take more than 3 years. Because I mean, if you want to catalog in, then these are the export import. You are log into OCLC or maybe any publisher. They provide mark record catalog. That already I download all the catalog. I import that to my library website. Actually, these are the each and every web. Here actually just simply click to my OPAC and user can able to see through LW login. So each and every ebook I put in my library OPAC. Okay, this is one. I have not given only publisher link. Publisher link also I have given, but even though I given each and every book I subscribe, that is also there. And even though my web OPAC, these are social networking, when you seeing all web all the okay. These my social web OPAC, I enable all your social networking sites. Okay. If they want to share with Facebook, they want to share with WhatsApp, they want to all these are things are there. 300 plus, you can say these are the 300 plus means social media sites are there. Anywhere, any site they can use and they can share. So these are the basically means I just did that, okay. And these are the my library website. Means these are the many things I did because I didn't means give one screenshot of each and every resources because when I'm spending 19 to 20 crores, I'm having almost many sites. So I do not want that. If anybody want, they can go to my library website. So we give each journal, it is a link, publisher wide, patent, research, search, okay. And then databases, NDLI support, virtual learning, either NPTEL resources, latest publications, Scholar for Prize. All these things we just given here on all my users, they can just access that. So this they want, even though whatever publication is published, that is also given, okay. See, this was actually when the suddenly our Prime Minister announced that lockdown from tomorrow onwards, okay. When 24th March, my library was totally closed. So suddenly it was very shocked. And those means university or those universities non-gone for remote access and how to provide resources. When you see, when I'm spending 19 crores on my resources, if everything stopped, really my 19 crores is waste because I'm not providing resources to my users. So definitely this was actually remote access. Shibboleth actually, this was Infonet means they just, they actually formed the federation. Through that you have to register, but you have to install server on your local machine. So I immediately, because when they was actually means announced in December, I was the first to take that and I installed in my local machine. And it was for testing purpose. But luckily, when there was a, you can say, announced by Prime Minister, this was really, you can say, opportunity. I got that to utilize my user to means access that. Okay. So these are the actually all full tech e-journals, or these are the databases, e-books, standard patents, all I given there. Okay. And these are, you see, these are the means when I enable that, actually, you won't believe that there are means lot of users there. So these are the, when you can see your statistics, you can see these are the roll number students, these are the resources they access. And when you see these are the my login, these are the my log. So on an average, actually, see 24th March, actually, when it was announced, I enabled that within a 1 week time, I got 492 unique users and 1547 user. They on average, they was daily they hitting my sites to access resources in March within 1 week. And you see April there are 12,200 users who are daily was hitting that my site, and there are 2,000 unique users, and there are 40 databases. And like that, actually, these are the means now we see up to August, I just 40 databases, 11,000 hits per day, means these are the per day hits there, unique users. And these are the, you see, these are uses, means my whatever money I spent, I justify with my IIT, because I not simply dump that, because see, if I do not provide on all this download, there are means you can say my LCO download every month, there is 1 lakh article download every month. If I see this, all my download, it is coming almost 55 lakhs download all the resources. So that I didn't want to show that here, but this is actually download is there because when you have 3,700 scholars on campus. So these are the remote access statistics. When I use this really I justify that, and this opportunity I got to utilize my resources to provide services my users. And you see, when there was online classes, you can only provide journals and ebooks. But means IIT Madras, all the faculty who have Moodle, their learning management, you can say learning management system is there. Moodle will be using that. So each and every faculty, when they learning course, these are the electric engineering, July number, okay, they given the coursework, okay, they were given coursework. What happened actually when I am subscribing journals or maybe ebooks or maybe thing. So I am having all data, what my faculty teaching, which course they're teaching. Then actually I given that particular link to my faculty. Please give link to your Moodle profile. When you just give learning, teaching the course in that there is a materials, okay, you have to give references. When my faculty, many faculty member out of 600, you can say 32, almost 400 plus faculty member given links. Some of old mean their senior faculty members, they not that much you can say, not means do not technology, but they given simply link of that my website. So these are the Moodle course I give one link. See, these are the, you can say data analysis and R Python program. These are the one course is there. These are the one book. So when I give one that Moodle link, so when the user, maybe student, they click on that user program, if they click on that, automatically they will get the book. So they do not have to search my library website. They don't have to search where I can search that. Well, I'm saving that time. I'm justifying actually for the library science. Okay. So this way you have to help the users. So that we can means now these are the time how you can search, how you can help to learning teaching to our faculty members. And when you are research data management, these are also one of the burning areas. Then actually you can acquisition data, student data, faculty publication, academic identity, project funding, metrics, data evaluation, download users. I mean, library and always you have to curate data, standard data, and preserve data. Because when you say there are a lot of data generating every day, but I mean, really the data is standardized, you have to standardize that. And if you standardize that, actually how you can preserve that, because you want to future use, how you can preserve that. You have to really use interoperability system. You have to, you can say, use some standards, then only you can use that data, and then you can only preserve that future users. So this means really in foreign universities, they are training for the data scientists, training for librarians. But in India, really means we do not, because we one librarian working for all the library. Because in foreign countries, they have reference librarian, they have actually, you can say system librarian, they have acquisition librarian, they have catalog librarian, because they have many librarians, they work in one library book. But in India, we can say one library like Jacob, all, none of one, okay, we working like that because we support all. So, but these are the foreign concept is there, they give training for that. And you see, these are the when there is a raw data, you cannot analyze, you can just say what is in that. So these are the raw data. You simply use just filing in folder, or maybe you can save in computer. But from that you can analyze what is that. But if you want to, you can visualize that. You can visualize something in graph or analyze something visual mode. Then definitely you will understand something. Then you just click your mind. Okay, these are the like one picture speaks 1,000 words. I mean, people say that. But if you see that actually graphically something, you can see definitely it can catch your mind, and you can analyze that what my user or what data speak there. So these are the one data visualization technique there. So these are this is we doing that because we present that our data analysis when do, and you know these are the all librarians should learn this one, because if you want to support your organizations, any data they want, you can do that. So these are there are many software there that you can, as per your capability, you can go for commercial, or maybe there are free software there so that you can go there. So these are my IIT Madras scholar profile, because INSC Indian you can say research information system is there. So this was launched in before 1.5 years, because when this is actually platform only provided by the Infonet, but remaining things only you have to do that, because your library should be capable to do that. You have 623 faculty members, 27 publications. These are the means faculty members. These are the you can say citation there. So these are the department wise. These are my top 10 faculty. These are my top 10 articles. This is your H index of your department. The individual faculty also getting H index. And you see, when you are the providing, these are the means all data. When you're collecting data, you should know all data. So each and every faculty members, when I collect that, actually, when I observe that out of 630, you can say faculty members, okay, I found that many faculty members do not have Scopus ID, because their journals index is not in Scopus. Many faculty do not have ORCID ID. So many faculty having more than 100 faculty having two IDs, because they work when they was in doing PhD or MTech or MS in foreign university. When they joined to IIT Madras, they publish article when they was in Stanford, Oxford or Caltech. There they publish. When they come to IIT Madras, where they publish, because they have them two IDs. So there are many 100+ faculty was having more than 2 IDs. Some faculty members having like more than 5 IDs. There are 3 faculty members having seven Scopus IDs. So when you all these things work, you have to do only librarians, because you only can know that. Faculty sometimes they forget that. But if you want to means collectively, you want to all publication, want to bring in one platform, definitely you have to do very hard work. You have to see all these parameters. Okay. Then only you can ask the faculty member to write a Scopus, Web of Science. You combine all ID. Then there are so many things behind that work there. So these are the one faculty. Just I want to just show that these are all these are academic identity, like ORCID, Scopus, Research ID, Google Scholars, Microsoft Academia. These are the citation. These are the publication pattern. These are the co-authors. They are in like that. Okay. So these are his publication. These are the Altmetrics nowadays new latest trend dimension. Where your topic H index was specifically means there was some the people do not means believe on H index, because some of the specific area people only comment on that, they can cite only, but there are overall comment is there, because what is your means how people liking your articles, where it discuss, because now there are social media there are actually many users discussing on that. So that is captured by you can say Altmetrics or maybe social media mainly all this okay dimension. So that also means how your article discuss that is thing. So these are the one of the latest faculty. He just recently got Padma Shri this year. He have actually publication 460 articles. He work on water. And you see, these are the collaborative authors, means almost 200 here have authors. And basically this one article means then when you use water purifier, something he made one invention that like 1 paisa 1 liter water, when you purifying water, that actually on that article you see these people was talk on that actually. These are the means where were the people they discuss on his article. These are the Altmetrics on where the main lay, or maybe you can site you like, or maybe you can say where WhatsApp videos, all Twitter, where were the Wikipedia, where the people talk about his article. These were the data I'm just having that. Okay. So these are the types of the identity. It is a unique identifier to enable researchers to manage their publication list, track their time cited count, H index, identify potential collaboration, and avoid the author misidentification. Because in misambiguity there can name common like Balaji, Chakravarti, and C Chakravarti. Many article is going here and there. So that may be starting article that it will help. Scopus author ID is elsewhere. Scopus ID it by default assigned when your journal is indexed in the Scopus. It is compliant with the ORCID. You can just harvest your data from Scopus to ORCID. And research ID is a web of knowledge, because you have to register there, and these are you have to means map your article in that. These are also ORCID compliant. ORCID ID open research contributor ID. This provides a persistent data identifier that distinguish you from every other researcher. Okay, this one ORCID is actually you can say an NGO is there. They also provide that, and this is widely accepted. When you submit an article, definitely all the publisher insisting you should have ORCID ID. And Google Scholar, everybody knows you have Gmail address and your publication. You can just press that. And Microsoft Academia also nowadays this is also powerful. You can say academic means like Google Scholar, like same thing. Also there are many article publication over there. This you will get that. Okay. So this is one of the you can say my IIT Madras identity. I just seen that. See when I seen that many faculty, 9 faculty, they do not have Scopus ID in my IIT Madras faculty. That is fact, because they are humanities and management, because they publish article, but that is not indexed in Scopus. They might be published in popular journals. Okay, they might be like popular journal, but that is not index. So ORCID ID, I am having 74% faculty on ORCID ID. Scopus almost 98%. Research ID 19%. Google Scholar 40 years and academic 47%. These are the data I am having. So these also you can also work as a librarian. Those are my colleagues. They can also work on this. Definitely it will help in future. So these are the patterns when you just want to data. These are pattern. Every year pattern is there actually. How output is there. Open access public. And these are the blue is there actually. You see every year actually IIT Madras me last 5-year trend I seen. We have me 300 to 500 range. Every 300 to 500 publication we publish in open access. So what is actually open access? This is closed access. Okay, these are the pattern there. How many publications published by faculty in open access? These are the data there. So these are the actually department-wise publications, top journals in quartiles. Okay. So these are the one you can say visual software that actually these are the H-index, those who H-index more. These are the two top H-index that I just have data. These are publication output. These are the visual interpretation is there. Department-wise, these are the circle plot. And orange citation article, if you just go in there, which article is more cited, because that you have to see, because somebody manager ask you how many which article is cited or from our faculty, that should you can able to answer that. If you all data, you can only give that. Okay. So these are the data analysis country job, because this is not one time we did data analysis, that is not start, because every day data is changed. You should be always continue working that. These are the international collaboration, IIT Madras, only national collaboration, only institutional collaboration, single author collaboration. These are the all these things collaboration there. How my faculty interacting with others, whether IIT or maybe CSR means like that. Okay, like ICMR, where they work, individual authors how they work. So these are the collaboration is the data is there. And these are citation network. You can any software go on Gephi, BibExcel, or maybe below spam. If you use that, you can create the very good networks, and you can visualize your data in very good way. Okay. So these are technology. Maybe everybody use RFID. RFID is not essential, but what I'm saying, I want to say that actually 2003 implemented RFID IIT Madras, and today still it is working fine, because I want to say uniqueness is of IIT Madras that I am having 5 self checkout machine and 2 drop box and 1 security check. My security guard is only keeping antenna, like if you go to airport, they will scan you. Same thing, when the antenna he putting on book, so definitely it automatically display on the monitor. Actually, it is green means issue, not issue will beep, but that also because security person is from Assam or somebody, he do not know what book, where issue. Okay, he only check the RFID tag and issue. So that way I made, and my library only having 2 tabs. Non-ISO, ISO. This is 2004 onwards. Before that, 1998 onwards, all tag was non-ISO. There are no standards. The 15639 standard was not used. ISO standard was not used. But today, because when it was very big challenge for me, when I just 2010 joined IIT Madras, that time new tag was not supporting. Then what to? I had to throw all hardware, or I had to go for softwares. Then I asked Singapore company, they did for firmware upgradation. Then after firmware upgradation, I able to use that. This is only one library in India. I am using 2 tags and RFID till the 2004 hardware working. You see, one hardware from 17, 18 years is working here perfectly. See, library automation, I can say tomorrow, this is future, because see, cloud computing is maybe one of the future that maybe why you want to maintain library in your actually premises. Go for cloud computing. So there are metadata classification maintenance. Why you want to do that actually? There are you see, these are the actually Process, XDB, EXCO, the future library of open, because they coming with the one software that will take everything. You can order online. They will give an admin language to you. You can only log in there. There is no need cataloging. They will harvest the mark record from the publisher. They will there only you will get only login to report that. Money also you have to spend. They will give one login there. Water bill you have to pay. This may future, because you don't have to maintain your library opaque. No maintenance. This software service will give platform service, cloud computing, you will get that. So this future of library. Okay. And these are augmented virtual reality makerspace. These are the basically now the listed trend. Maybe web you can be going on web 4.0. Those library having money, they can go, because I am not searching everybody, because depend on user reality. So 3D object recognition there, because many mechanical engineering, okay, those are means electrical, mechanical engineering design. Those people really want 3D printing. They can develop their model, design, all these things. Okay, medical science they want. And location map virtual tool, because medical branch, because they want to how to operating heart virtually, that database, the software, they can see what artery when going, how they can operate that. Definitely it's going to use that actually. and the smart glass Google solution there, they can see virtually. And customer anticipation, we have databases, because machine learning and artificial intelligence, these suppose come together. Definitely you can provide anticipation demand service. And smart spaces, you can maintain your means virtual physical spaces, how you can maintain smart spaces, how you can attract user. And robotics, these are also one of the future you're going to use. So these are the center picture there. When I went to Bangkok, Thailand, definitely, I mean, they showed me one virtual tour. These are the robot actually. These are virtual reference librarian. She is sitting in her room, and see when robot was going, we following behind that, and she was explaining from a room about library. So these are the trends that are definitely going to be used in future libraries in the future. So when you are rich means when you want to be perfect, when you want to personalize, because see without data you cannot personalize. These are the CSA service. When there is a review research committee come to IIT Madras, every day they come to review the faculty all okay. So I just input like Dr. Krishna told that Google Doc form you have to create that. Same thing I did before 2000, we can say 6-7 years, okay. And I collect all data. As soon as I got data, actually he's a doctor, he's from where, this what research area, what he doing, okay, what research area, what is his subject, all these things, okay. So I collect that actually as soon as I collect everything that I'm having. And when data in then actually in maybe future, I am just predicting that this is a hypothetical question, okay. This prediction assumption hypothetical. I may not say what will happen that, okay. When as soon as my user enter inside library, so automatically the new arrival, what in his interest area, it should display on digital wall, okay. It may be digital wall, it should display on that, okay. He should not search that. Like research output, what publication on his area, it should display there, okay. So what is published or what is available, it display there. And maybe social media, what post is there, what people talking about on his research area, what is new is something coming, that should display there. And this may be collaborative research, anything is there actually on his research area, somebody working on it around the globe, that also should display. So this is my hypothetical model, I can say, means assumption. When machine learning and artificial, you can say, intelligence come together, definitely this is going to happen future. So this may be require a lot of research in there, because if you do tagging, proper database, proper metadata, something there, because machine learning is going to work on the pattern, because they will read the patterns, what you giving, okay. And these are the challenges, you can say, implementation of technology. To implement all this technology in future, it is funding is problem, because each library and major concern over funding, government policy for the academic libraries and study direction plan should be there. And national new education policy in 2020, that they strengthening on modernization of all academic libraries, enhanced to online accessibility to all types of users. So when this is one agenda item for this 2020 national academic policy, definitely going to be happening. All libraries going to be means getting funding. So 10-point vision of PM 2030, these are digital India, under that also something should happen to us. And since there is heterogeneous user demand there, what I'm saying actually like means south, north, means centralized something service station, or you can like facility center should be there, because like there are many rural areas there, okay. They may not get this facility, but do like IIT Madras, maybe like Bangalore, or maybe Bombay, Calcutta, something, Hyderabad. These are the metro cities. They should have some regional library, because they should have provide with academic all excellence, all audio video virtual library, all these facilities they should provide there, because that region, that area, people can go and they can access that. That should be my vision. Something is maybe future. Accreditation and library association should work on to uniform library portal structures. So there are many associations there. They also should focus on this. They should also promote this. And takeaways, I can say we should adapt change, and nothing is permanent, okay. Everything you are, but you should not forget past. You have to respect them, and you should, okay. Empowering is actually, librarian is an important human factor in is a smart library, and she or he is play a key role in the management of the library. See, you should be empower yourself first, then only you can empower your users to search, retrieve all these things, okay. But you should be know how to search, how to retrieve that first. And to promote the smart libraries long-term development, it needs were trained professionals to achieve the organization vision, mission, and goals. If you are trained and you just keep in mind your organization vision, mission, and goal, definitely your management or organization going to respect you. If you not do that, then definitely they will say our librarian is not doing anything. But you do not know what your vision, mission, or goals of your organizations. So that is my last slides. These are references I want to acknowledge it, that presentation. Resources only I use for academic and my personal use. And I thanks, this is a DS on my campus. Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh Babu. and JB IIT management. They given me an opportunity for this presentation before you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your excellent presentation, knowledgeable session. I hope that all the library professionals got enlightened.
Thank you, Sir Babu. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I invite our next keynote speaker, Dr. Shalini Lehtkar. Now, before that, I take only 2 minutes to give a brief biodata of Dr. Shalini Lehtkar. Presently, she is working as Associate Professor at Department of Library and Information Science, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. She has been in library information science profession since 2002. Gold medalist from Nagpur University. She worked as head of department of LISC, RTM Nagpur University, and professor and head department of LIS Shivaji University, Kolhapur. She has experience of teaching and guiding for UGC NET and other competitive examination. She has 17 years teaching experience in library and information science field. She has published several papers in seminars, conferences, journals at national and international level. I welcome you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm with the organizer, my screen is visible and my voice, audio is clear, video and audio.
Audio is somewhat little, madam.
Now, good afternoon to all. Now the audio is clear.
Clear, madam.
Okay, my screen is visible, sir.
Visible, madam.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, good afternoon to all the participants, learned faculty members, and the authority of JB Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad, and all the participants, research scholars, and the most personality, that is Professor C.R. Karisidappa sir, Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir. Professor Karisidappa sir lecture has very energetic to all the LIS professionals, and whatever he said, and he promoted us to build the image of the library science professionals. So we are trying, sir, and we are on the path of all these things. So thank you, sir, for very good and effective lectures and for motivating us. He is always a mentor for us. And thank you, sir. So I will start my presentation with this, how to use this open educational resources for our teaching and learning. And most of the content, because I'm the last speaker, so it may be difficult for me because most of the content may be overlap with the previous speakers. So let it be, and I will skip some of the part also. So how we can use all these open educational resources for our teaching and learning. So let us see, just Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir has given a very good ideas how to create the researcher IDs to visible our research to the research community. So for this, nowadays, all the faculty members should have their ORCID ID, Scopus ID, or Web of Science Researcher ID, or even Google Scholar ID, ResearchGate ID, and nowadays Vidwan is also there. So we have to create a digital impact on this online platform. So how to create it? By showing our research and showing our research, enhancing our research visibility and boosting our research visibility through various researcher tools. And sir has already given the idea about that. Some of the content may be repeated, still I'm just taking. So this presentation basically endeavors to throw light on what are the various open access resources and open educational resources, how to search the journal, then searching thesis, then searching the IR and online, what are the various and online platforms, and what are the other useful resources which we can use for our teaching and learning. And let us see one by one what are the various type of resources. As we all know that advancement in science and technology has made a tremendous impact on every field, and libraries are no exception to this. It has changed the traditional library into digital library, and nowadays we are using the e-resources. And during this COVID and pandemic situation, we are not going to physically to the libraries, and we are shifting to all the e-resources, whatever e-resources we have access. So in science and technology, you might be knowing about, and you are also about this INSPAC, IEEE resources, JSTOR resources, ACM resources, Science Direct, Valley or Scopus, or even you are using the ASC library or Engineering Compendex. So there are many resources which your library is subscribing, but what I am here concentrating on the open access resources. Those libraries, those who do not have the access or subscription of all these paid resources, they can go for the open access resources. And this is the slide regarding we are searching from the three webs like surface web, deep web, and dark web. Whatever we are searching nowadays, maybe it may be in Google or Wikipedia or using any search engines, that is only the 4% result is giving. Now we have to go for the deep web, and for this every faculty member, research scholar should know how to search for this deep web, like all the academic information or medical records, like even legal documents, scientific reports, multilingual databases, conference proceeding, all this information is available in the deep web. So whatever we are searching in the Google, that may not be sufficient. That is only the 4% what the web is having. And we dark web is also there, so we are not going into the dark web. But what I'm here focusing on, we have to also give a knowledge as a librarian to the faculty member how to search for the deep web. So for this, you have to know the sites and websites. It may be in the open access platform or it may be in the subscribed one. So 90% information is reside in this deep web. So we have to concentrate on the deep web also as a library science professional. So already sir has given you the idea about what type of information resources we are using, that is primary, secondary and tertiary resources. So I'm just keeping this slide, and all these primary resources are periodicals, monographs, all the faculty member, engineering faculty members especially, you are using some of the patents, standards, trade literature, even dissertation and thesis. So all these are coming under primary resources, and the secondary resources are indexes, bibliography, indexing periodical, abstracting, reviews, treatise, book text, or reference book you are using. And third, that is tertiary resources are bibliographies of bibliography. Some of the directories also you might be using, and some of the guide to literature also you are using. So when these primary resources, secondary and tertiary resources are available in the e-form, that is called simply as a e-resources. Now we are going into the depth of what is open access resources. It is a free of cost resources, and it is a free of most of the copyright and licensing restrictions. But only the thing is you have to give a proper attribution whatever resources you are using for your writing purpose. Otherwise, you may caught in the plagiarism, that you should also keep in mind. So whenever we are using these open access resources, that is free of cost, and users can also read and download and copy and redistribute it. Even as a library science professional, you can crawl them for indexing purpose. Like Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir has given some idea how to all the resources should be on your website, so you can crawl them. Only the thing is, subject attribution is very important once you crawl them and giving the authorship. So how you can use all these open educational resources for your as an educator, for as a student, and as a self learner. And you might be knowing about that many of the publishers, they are nowadays they are sharing all type of subscribe based information also, and even databases also during this pandemic situation, to promote the information to the users. So that as a librarian, you should also take care about that what type of information resources are freely available in this COVID situation, and how you can also pass that information to the users. So like this, we can use all these information educational resources for creating our lectures, for writing the papers, or for sharing with the students. So what type of resources are there? We will go into the depth. That is only the just the demonstration how we can use all type of resources. So these are the resources. This is the Kobol diagram. That is a map diagram. You can see here that for searching the journals, you can use the DOAG site. I'm just concentrating on the way open access resources. I'm not concentrating on the subscribed one. For open courseware, you can use this Swam Prabha, MIT courseware, CEC Consortia is also there, EPG Pathshala is also there, Swam is also there. We will go into the depth of that also. And for searching the OIR, that is institutional repository, you can use this ROAD, DOAR, and ROAR also. And if you want to search the free available books, you can search in the UDC Universal Digital Library project, that is. Then Project Gutenberg, DOAB is also there, National Digital Library of India is there, and free science information is there. And for searching the thesis, you can use this NDLTD at international level, and for national level, you can use this Shodh Ganga, Shodh Gangotri, and even Vidyanidhi from University of Mysore. So just sir has given you the idea about DOAJ. We can see here that DOAJ has launched in 2003 by Lund University, Sweden, and how much information articles are accessible in this DOAG. So near about 5 million records or articles are available in all the subjects, that is for science, medicine, social science, and humanities. So you can use this DOAG site. You can see here that doag.org, and you can browse according to the subject. There are many information, many records of items of information are available in this DOAG site. You can have just demonstration on this DOAG site. You just have to browse the subject or you can search the subject. There are two facilities. If you click on the browse subject, you will get different type of subject trees, and based on your subject, you can search. All the information like 5 million articles are accessible or available open accessibly. You can use it if you don't have any subscribed databases. So friends, here this site is very good site, DOAG site, Directory of Open Access Journal. All journals you will find here, or even full text material also you can find here in this DOAG. You can see here that engineering and civil engineering, there are 3,159 records are available with this. So even for each journal you can take, and for each journal archivals are also available. So if some journal is starting in 1957, so for all 1957 issues or volumes are also available with this DOAJ. You can use it. The next is Google Scholar. You can see here that roughly 389 million documents are available in Google Scholar, and it will give you the idea or the result scholarly content. It is available, and most of the articles it is free of cost. You don't have to subscribe the databases, and all the information which is shown in the Google Scholar, it is a peer-reviewed online academic journal. Books also they are providing, conference paper also they are providing, and I think many of the faculty members they are using this Google Scholar. And nowadays we have to also use this Google Scholar, because nowadays you have to provide the metric type of studies or even citation type of studies to your funding agencies. It may be a AICT or it may be a NAC. So for that purpose, Google Scholar is helping you to provide you the H-index and the citation matrix. So like this, they are also providing you the matrix of journal, which journal is most having the impact factor in your subject. So they are providing you the matrix of journal also. And even if you create the Google Scholar profile, so automatically whatever e-publications you have, it will be extracted, and automatically your author profile will be updated. So in this regard, you can use, and even you can use this alerting system in the Google Scholar. And because there is a facility to create a library, our own library, we can create in the Google Scholar, and whatever you are searching and accessing, you can use in this Google Library. Okay, so that facility is there in Google Library, and they are also providing you the citation alerts. Citation alerts means whenever any other research scholar is using or citing your article, then Google Scholar is automatically providing you the citation alert. So like this, for this purpose, you have to use this Google Scholar. You can see here the screen. Instead of using the Google, you can use this Google Scholar site, and it will give you the latest information also, latest article also. You can sort by date, and if you want to search the patent or if you want to search for the citation, so they are providing you. And if you just click on the star, so automatically that article will be saved in the My Library. Okay, so you, in this way, you can create your own library with the Google Scholar. So this is a very good source, friends. You can use it, and you can also tell your users or research scholar, because on some topic we are doing a research, and but what happened, we may not be saving, generally we are saving in the Word file. So instead of saving in the Word file, you can use this My Library. Automatically all the records, whatever you are searching, it will be saved in the My Library. So that is a very good facility, you can use it. So Google Scholar is also providing you the H10 index and the I10 index also. So that H10 index and I10 index is very good facility with the Google Scholar, because it will measure the research impact of your article. So in that way, you can also use this Google Scholar. This is my page for the Google Scholar. You can see here that number of articles are available, and for this article, first article, how many citations I got. So like this, you can also create your Google Scholar, and you can also create the graphical presentation of your metric type of studies, like how many citation we got, then what will be your H index, then what will be your I10 index. So like this, you can use it, this facility, to show to your various accreditation agencies. The next source is eShodha Sindhu, and which is a very good source. Actually, it is a subscribed one, but now during this COVID situation, they are the publishers. They are providing the free access to this Shodha Sindhu. So, how many journals, very good, highly reputed publishers, journals, they are providing you the access freely during this COVID situation. I think this till September or till August, this there is no subscription. You can use it freely. So 10,000 e-journals are available. See here how many 3 million e-books are available. 20 resources and 4 databases like math, science are also available. And you can use the ACM Digital Library. You can go into the depth of eShodha Sindhu if you want. And then for searching the thesis, now UGC has come up with the regulation that every scholar has to submit the PhD thesis after awarding. You have to submit the thesis or CDs. So for this, all Shodha Ganga is providing the access to all the awarded thesis. This is the site of shodhganga.infibnet.in. Every thesis you can search it, like science, technology, life sciences, sociology, engineering thesis are also available. You can see it. Only the thing is you have to search it. Okay. So for computer science, like computer engineering, you have a 4,925 records. So only the thing is you have to take the subject and then browse. You can also browse by year, browse by state, also by department, also you can browse it. So this is the full text they are providing. Just I have searched one thesis, and then you can find here that all this like completed date, like 1978. So if you want to search the thesis from 1978, you have to personally go to the library, but there is no need to go personally or physically in the library. You can have it on the Shodha Ganga site, and all the access, like full text access, you can have it. So like this, you will get a file, like all PDF chapters are available, like from first chapter to bibliographies, and you can just click on the particular chapter, whatever you want, and after that you will have some full text access. So that is the site for Shodha Ganga for searching the thesis. The next site is Shodha Gangotri, which is also the initiative by the InfibNet, And Shodh Gangotri is the Indian repository. Whatever research is progress, that all the synopsis or research proposal for PhD program or even some MRP, if you want to apply for some MRP or post doctoral fellowship or even a UGC emeritus fellowship. So all data is available in Shodh Gangotri. You can see here that 7,645 records are available in the Shodh Ganga. So Shodh Ganga is a very good site if you are, as a guide, if you want to guide the student to take a new topic, so you can also search for the Shodh Gangotri so that the duplication of research can be avoided. Okay. So Shodh Gangotri is the site. You can see here that the demonstration of shodhgangotri.inflibnet.ac, and here you can browse by the university or department wise. Issue date wise, research guide wise, you can browse title, keyword, and university is there. So like this, if the material is available in the Shodh Gangotri, and after that, if somebody has submitted the thesis, then that thesis will be linked with the Shodh Ganga. So like this, Shodh Ganga is for ongoing research, and Shodh Gangotri, so Shodh Gangotri is for online research going on, and Shodh Ganga is for awarded thesis. So you can use it. You can see here that you can take any subject tree. You can take like Arts Library of Congress subject headings they are using, like classification scheme they are using. So biosciences or life sciences I have just searched, and you can see here that many theses are available or synopses are available. So that is for Indian thesis. If you want to search Shodh Ganga and Shodh Gangotri. Then if you want to search the thesis at international level, you can use this site, that is Network Digital Library of Thesis and Dissertation. It is an international organization and which is giving you and promoting the adoption, creation and dissemination and preservation of ETD, that is electronic thesis and dissertation. You can see here that 5 million, more than 5 million records or theses are available at the international level. You can use this site, friends, for doing a very good research in your subject, that is engineering and technology. So this is the site of ndltd.org. You have to just type ndltd.org and you will get this particular home page of that site, and you can search the result. Like just I have searched for biology or biotechnology. So that is result is coming 778. So at international level, 778 theses are available for this biology. Then if you want to search for the open access courseware or e-content, you can go for the EPG Pathshala. There are 70 subjects at post-graduation level, and you can see here that there are a very high quality contents are available in this EPG Pathshala, and it is for all the subject, all the discipline like social sciences, humanities, linguistics, science and technology. So many subjects are available, 77 or 70 subjects are available in this EPG Pathshala. Yeah, you can have the look for this EPG Pathshala, epg.inflibnet.ac.in, and they are also providing you the different categories of modules which are uploaded in this EPG Pathshala. You can see here that for environmental sciences, 530 videos are available or modules are available. You can see here that somewhere it may be in the last engineering and technology. So you can use this site for searching the courseware. In this just videos are available in this, teachers are telling you online. This is only my video I have taken as an example. So teachers will be taking your class, and then after this assignments will be there. So in some topic where the student face difficulty, as a teacher, you can use this EPG Pathshala. It is a very good course content are available, qualitative course content are also available. So apart from this EPG Pathshala, that is only vertical things, some of their EPG Pathshala is providing you the access for Adhyan, e-Adhyan, UGC MOOC also, and e-Pathya also. In e-Adhyan, there are 700 plus ebooks are available, and you can use this vertical of SWAYAM, that is UGC MOOC, and you can use this e-Pathya also. Then let us see about this SWAYAM. I'm going very fast because of paucity of time. So SWAM is a program which is initiated by Government of India, and every faculty member might be knowing about this SWAM. And in SWAM, you have to go for swam.org.in, and you have to register if you want to do the course. Okay, or if you want to just see the course, you have to click on the all courses, and there is a courses available for AICT also. NPTEL courses are also available. IIMB courses are also available. UGC courses are also available. If your student are coming under undergraduate level, then you can also have the link. Or school education also, they are providing some of the courses. So you see here, one course is there, pedagogy of science. In pedagogy of science, there are many. They are providing you the course layout. They are providing you the videos. All things they are providing you. After seeing the videos, you have to give the examination, and after that they will provide the certificate. So like this course, SWAM is there. The next source is SWAM Prabha, and which is a group of 32 DTH channel, and all the live telecasting of high quality educational programs they are providing you. And if you miss something for that content, they will also repeat, or that telecasting repeated telecasting is there. So you can also tell your student how to use this SWAM Prabha channel. And many of these libraries, they are keeping the TVs and this channel for the student, and they are providing all the facility to see this SWAM Prabha channel. So like this, in library we can start this service like SWAM Prabha channel we can start. So this is the main site of SWAM Prabha site, and they are providing you the curriculum based courses they are providing you for higher education. You can see here that for chemical engineering 2042 material are available. So courses are available, so that you can use it for your learning purpose and for your students learning purpose. So chemical engineering 812 modules are available, like for example metallurgy and material science engineering. There are various courses or modules are available, you can use it. Just I have searched for life sciences, title accordingly you can search, subject accordingly you can search, and course accordingly you can search. Then the next source is Sakshat, sakshat.ac.in. This is the government initiative. Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India has given this initiative. And dear friends, it is a very good source for online learning. You can see here that different online learning platforms are also available, and for post-graduation level, undergraduation level, and school level. So if you click on the other online learning platform, then you can have the link for that particular website. Then MIT Open Courseware is also there, and you can see that 2,400 courses are available, and the best faculty from the MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they are providing you a guidance for this all these courses. So just see that this site wco.mit.edu, and you can search here. As an educator also, you can also see, you can also find out the courses in MIT, and you can do the course. Just I have taken the example of life sciences, and there are many courses are available, and they are providing you the, like for example, you can see here that biological engineering. So in biological engineering, what will be the course content? What will be the assignment? You can use it for your teaching purpose also. Like what will be the audio visual lectures? What will be the special element video? Or even exams are also shared with this MIT course where you can use it for your subject. That is, and you can use it others online platform like eCampus is there, NISTA is there, NROER is there, CEC is there. E-Yantra is a very good source for engineering. Okay, it is meant only for engineering. We can go into the depth of that also. Then Badal is there, spoken tutorial initiatives by IITs. NCRT, Shagun is FOSI is also there. FOSI means if you want to learn something, some open source software, you can use this FOSI site. Okay, it is a very good site for using or for learning the open access resource, open sources or open software. Virtual Labs is a very good site, friends. You can use it if you want to do the practical experience experiment in a science subject or even other subjects also which is related with the science. You can do the practicals in virtual lab. You can also ask the student to do this virtual lab. So some experiment like how many chemicals quantity you can take, like how to mix up the chemicals. So like this, they are providing you some virtual labs. So it is a very good source you can give to your student if they are learning online. Okay, or even the faculty members, you can also use this virtual lab once after this presentation or whenever you get the time, you can use it. It is a very good source. And talking about the eYantra, eYantra is a very good site, friends, for engineering, and they are providing you a very different facilities like eYantra Symposium, eYantra Lab Setup Initiative. If you want to set up some lab in your institute, you can just go for this eYantra Lab Setup. So they will guide you how to set up the lab for eYantra. And eYantra form setup initiatives also they are taking. Then eYantra Resource Development Center also they are providing. eYantra innovative challenges, like for example, if you want to do the work on the robotic engineering, so innovative challenges are there. So they are providing you the guidance or how to set up all these eYantra labs. So as an engineering college or as an engineering faculty members, you can use this eYantra initiative, which is initiative by MHRD of Government of India. Then next site is DOIR. It is a Directive of Open Access Institutional Repositories. So if you want to go, it is a global directive of open access repositories, and they are providing you the facility. They are providing you to search the various institutional repositories. You just have a look, search for this, browse by the country, or advanced search is also there. And whatever digital resources they have, they will provide you the access. See here that many type of contents, you can use it in this open DOIR. Like you can search the journal article, you can search the thesis and dissertation, open book chapter also you can search. So many bibliographical references also you can search, learning object also, even data set. Even if you want to search for the patent, so patent also, what type of patent are available in the engineering, you can also search. You can see here that for chemical technology, 131 resources are repositories are available. For mechanical engineering and material, 104 repositories are available. And electrical and electronic engineering, 780 repositories are available. So once you search or browse this opendr.org, it is a very good source for browsing the this institutional repository. The next source is Directive of Open Access Scholarly Resources. So according to ISSA number, if you know, according to ISSA number, you can search in this road directories, and it is a very good source for searching from the ISSN, and they are providing you the access of qualitative and even ISSN numbered journals. The next source is Infoport. It is a Indian Electronic Resources. It is a subject gateway, and they will provide you the search, browse, and multiple listing is also there. It is nothing but it is just like a catalog of online resources which are available or which are published in the Indian origin from the diversified subject. So this is the site, this is the homepage of infoport.infobnet.ac.in. You can search here for technology, and all resources you will get. Like for example, what type of ebooks are available, institutional repository, then resource gateway, teaching and learning website. So this is a very good initiative by InfluBNet. They are providing you the access which are Indian origin, very good internet sources from the Indian origin. So if you want to search for the books and other resources also, it is a very good source. National Digital Library of India is there. MHRD has taken these initiatives, and they are providing you the filtered and federated search. Okay, so National Digital Library of India, you can do the bulk registration from the library also, or you can do the individual registration also. Only the thing is you have to fill the form, and they will ask you your email ID, and they will provide you different type of source code or this password, and based on that password you can access the National Digital Library of India. So what type of contents are available in this National Digital Library of India? You can see here that very good content, all type of information resources are available in this National Digital Library of India. This is the homepage of National Digital Library of India. You can just browse the facility, browse this website, and have some look how to search it. So this is the registration process I have completed, and after this registration you will get the email. Okay, so through library you can do the bulk registration. As a library science professional, you can do the bulk registration of your faculty member or of your users. Okay, so this source is available, and you can use this. Books are also accessible here in National Digital Library of India. Articles, theses, video lectures, audio lectures, or even manuscripts. Generally it is very difficult to get the manuscript, so manuscripts are also available in the National Digital Library of India. You can imagine that 6 million, more than 6 million records books are available. 30 million 149,869 records are available. So you just have the search in National Digital Library of India. Only the thing is you have to register it. Okay. After that, you will get the link and password. After that, you can access this National Digital Library of India in various language, not only in English, but in Bengali, Tamil, Gujarati, Marathi, Hindi also. You can have the access of various resources. So this is the just result, and they are providing you the different type of. You can also refine your search in National Digital Library of India. Before the organizer will intimate, I will just shorten my presentation. No problem. Okay, don't worry. I will just skip some of the slide. Author-wise search also you can do, and in National Digital Library of India it is a very good search facility they are providing you. You can refine the search based on the difficult level. Suppose there are post graduation students are also there, undergraduation students are also there, so based on this you can find out the difficult level, and then you can refine your search. It is a very good source. Based on the subject category also you can search, difficult level search also you can search, and based on the educational level, if you want only video will be there, then you can search for the video. If you want only text will be there or PPT will be there, then you can search this file format accordingly. Also you can search language wise search also you can use it, and second level, third level subjects are also there. This is another source, directory of open access books, and here you can find the very academic peer reviewed books are also available, which is provided by 386 publishers. Total 29,138 books are available in this DOAB, directory of open access books, and here you can search your subject, like it is a technology. Okay, so technology and engineering books are also available. So if you want to access these books, you can use it. Then this is full text books. You can have the access in this. Even World Digital Library is also there, which is the project by Library of Congress, and they are also providing a very good source for World Book Digital Library. Million books are available in this Universal Digital Library also. And free science info is also there for searching any books, for searching any thesis or student name, or follow formulas if you want to search. So like this is a very good site, you can use it. And there are another resources which we can use, like eKrishi Shiksha, ePlav is also there, Krishi Kosh is also there, Sera is there, Enlist is there, and you can see here this slide. There are many useful resources which are available on the open access platform. You can use it for your purpose. And the last slide is that how to boost your research visibility by managing your research profile. Just Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir has explained you. You can use the open access tools. You can deposit your publication in the very good open archives or institutional repository, and you can also promote your research online with social media, engage in academic social networking, and you can use this Almetric tools, and for this you can use this PlumX, or many Almetric tools are also available in the open access platform. You can use it, like impact story is also there for this Almetric tools. Okay, so these are the research profiling tools. You can use it. Every faculty member should have their IDs, which Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir has already emphasized on. Scopus, Web of Science, Publon, Google Scholar, Archid ID you should create, LinkedIn or ResearchGate ID you can create, even Vidwan databases, Vidwan ID also you can create, and some Almetric tools you can use it to enhance your research visibility. So to sum up, OER is a very good facility they are providing you. You can customize course material and you can create the perfect course packet for your student friends. And these open educational resources are becoming a valuable alternative during this pandemic situation, and they are providing you the access to high quality educational content free of cost. So only the thing is teacher has to use it. Teacher has to provide all the links to the students so that they can also learn online with very high quality content. So this is the last slide. It doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use it, it will never be enough. So knowledge is too kind. Samuel Johnson is quoting, I am here. We know a subject ourselves, or we know where to find the information about the subject. So as a teacher, you are very good in your subject. There is no doubt, but you should also know where to find the perfect information, authorized information on the net so that you can use it. So these are the references, and learn something new every day as a teacher or as a learner also. So thank you once again to the organizer for giving me this opportunity and sharing the dais with Professor Karisidappa sir, Dr. Mahendra Jadhav sir, and with all the learned faculty members. Thank you once and all for patiently listening, and thank you to the participants also. If you have any questions, we can have the question session. Otherwise, I am over to the organizers. Thank you once and all. Thank you. Over to the organizers.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for the knowledgeable presentation. I hope our library professionals got to know many open access softwares and other e-resources. I'm very thankful to you, ma'am, for joining our webinar as keynote speaker. So in chat box, I have seen one two queries, madam. Like yes, madam. One participant asked about any free open source software for plagiarism check.
Okay. Actually, free open software for plagiarism, UGC has given the Turnitin and all this means commercial software, but that is only commercial software. Nowadays, the UGC is given the Shodh Shuddhi. Okay, IncludeNet is giving the Shodh Shuddhi. Shodh Shuddhi is used in many colleges. They are providing you the access. So through college, you can have it or use it or have the access through colleges. But another software like PlaxScan is there. But open source software, they have their own limitation for searching the plagiarized material. Okay, because they have limited databases. So means open source software have their own limitation. So if for research purpose, if you are using, that is very good. But like writing a research paper, you can use it, this open source software. But if you are submitting the thesis and if you want to search for plagiarized material, then you can go for the means through library, you can go for any software.
Okay, ma'am.
UGC is providing the access.
Okay, participants, any more queries you can post in chat box, please. We are going to wind up the session. So I will take few minutes, madam. One query like Google Scholar has authentic and accuracy for considering NIRF ranking or QS ranking.
Previously, in the format of NIRF, they are providing you the Google Scholar metric. Okay, so it is in the format, agencies like accreditation agencies, they are taking care, and they are also asking you about the Google Scholar or even H-Index, and actually it is available in the Scopus and Web of Science, but it is for those who are having the subscription. Okay, like, but there is a free lookup facility is also there for the author for the Scopus and this Web of Science. You have to create the ID, researcher ID or even ARCID ID, then automatically you will get this facility for H-Index and then I-10 index. But I think Google Scholar is providing you the authentic information regarding this metric type of studies. There is no problem with the Google Scholar. You can have it. And if you don't trust this Google Scholar, then you can just have the ARCID ID, and you can just have the Scopus Researcher ID, means Web of Science Researcher ID and Author ID. Then automatically you will get this metric type of studies.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, madam. So, participants, we have posted feedback form also. Kindly fill the feedback form. So we will also issue e-certificate within short span of time. So at last, before winding up our national webinar, I would like to give vote of thanks. So firstly, I am thankful to our secretary, Shri J.V. Krishna Rao Garu, to provide us opportunity to organize national webinar on information sources and services in engineering and technology, recent trends and development. I am thankful to our CEO, retired Major General Dr. S.S. Dasaka Garu, and our principal Dr. S. Sudhakar Reddy Garu for providing platform to interact with great minds. I am also thankful to our guest speakers, Professor C.R. Karsidappa Garu, Dr. Mahindra and Jadhav Garu, Dr. Shalini Lehtkar Madam. So I am thankful to all the participants, deans, HODs, faculty members and library professionals for spending their valuable time and active participation. Finally, I extend my thanks to our librarian, Dr. M. Suresh Babu, who worked hard to organize this webinar and bring all three eminent speakers on single platform. So we got sharing of knowledge. So thank you very much, all the participants. Thank you very much, our keynote speakers. So we will end the session, sir, madam.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharmaji and Suresh. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. लॉग आउट कर दूं? हाँ कर दो।